Hotties. Hey, wow. Hey, whoa, hey. Hey, hi, what's popping? Hey, everybody. Hey. Hi guys. Sorry I'm so late. Sorry, Checks Watch, I'm 15 minutes late. I'm really sorry, guys. That was my bad. I had a package coming and I didn't want to stop in the middle of stream. So I was like sitting here, I was like, just hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, mail guy. I know you're really busy, but hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So I was sitting at the door literally waiting for a castle package. I'm sorry about that. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. How are we today? Hi, I'm new here. Welcome in, Maury. Thank you for the first time chat. I watched your collab with Jillian, and I love your energy. Thank you so much. Welcome in. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of opportunities to get silly with this game today, but it's good to see everybody. How are you? Hi. Today... Oh, wait. Let me do my intro. Ruff and tough. My name is Vylett Moonheart, and I am your wolf knight of the eternal dusk, here to protect you no matter what. I almost stumbled on that. Sorry. I haven't talked to anybody all day except the mail guy. Hi everyone. Welcome in. And today we are playing, you'll never guess, we're playing Her Story, which is an FMV mystery game. Hi everybody. Welcome in. Hi. Yeah, I got a package delivery. It's a pan. I got a saucepan. So I don't have a big saucepan. I have a small saucepan, but I don't have like a big one. So I ordered a good saucepan, and I was eagerly awaiting it because it's a really good pan, and I'm really excited to use it tonight for dinner. Anyway, hi guys. Hi. Listen, when you hit 22 years old, you start getting really excited about things like kitchenware. Okay. I'm really pumped to use it. It's really beautiful. Are we dropping frames? What just happened? Guys, are you still here? Uh-oh. Hey, guys. It's good? Okay, purple site's good. Apparently, YouTube is not good. Are you guys still here? You're back. Okay, phew. I saw it tank and my heart went in my throat. It's fine. You know what? You know what? As a wolf, I feel like as a wolf knight, I shouldn't have to deal with nearly as much technological stuff as you know what I mean? Like, this should all be magic by now. Humans, come on, get on it. Start creating magic computers. I don't want to deal with wires or, like, bits or anything like that. I don't want to see MBS anymore. I don't want to see KBS or MBS. I just want magic computers. Hi, guys. Has it been crapping out all day? Oh, no. Well, if we go down on the red site... you guys know we're also on the purple site, so feel free to come on in over there. It's good to see everybody. Hi, happy Tuesday. Welcome in, guys. Hello, hello, hello. I'm really excited to play Her Story today. Actually, I'm excited to finish. If you guys are not familiar, we played about half of this game last week, Thursday? I want to say Thursday, yeah. And I've been thinking about it all weekend, so I'm looking forward to finishing it today and figuring out what the mystery is all about. Hi everybody, it's good to see you. Hello, welcome in. Hi guys, hi. Uh-oh, stream crashed. Oh, did purple site die? Oh, everybody's having problems. Is it me? Wait, is it art? Is it my ISP? My wolf ISP being funky fresh? Uh-oh. Which stinky. Purple site stinky. Red site also stinky. Why is it... I can still see you. Okay, can you hear me? You guys hear me? Hi guys, hi. It's all good now. Okay. Well, I'm really sorry. I guess today is just going to be a day of hiccups. I apologize, guys. I don't think there's anything I can do on my end. I wish there was. But if we have hiccups today, I really apologize. Hi everyone. Hey, maybe if we just talk for a bit, it'll even itself out. That's been my experience so far, is that, you know, if you just, you know, it needs a little time to warm up, just like I do. Hi, everyone. Hi. Let's say hi to each other before we get started today, shall we? Hello, Kieran. Hello, Steven. Hello, Captain VI. Hi, Hammer. Hi, Fawadin. Hi, Cerulean. Welcome in. Hi, Malkosh. Hi, Knight. Welcome in. Hello, Ta. Hi, Flenham. Hi, Capvic. Hi, Captain VA. Hi. Hi, Krazzy. Hi, Far. Hi, Basement. Hi, Max. Hi, Fawadin. Hi, Hika. Welcome in, everybody. I'm not saying hi to you, Stream Element Spot. You're a clanker. I'm not saying hi to you, clanker. Hi, Chunky. Hi, Brentigus. Hi, Top Gear. Hi, Lamora. Computers already are magic. Their problem is all our wizards are bad at their jobs. Crying face. We gotta get better wizards in here, guys. We gotta start training our magic wizards better. What are you humans up to these days, huh? What's so important that you're not training your wizards properly? Hello, Mr. Shrike. Welcome in. Hi. Oh, Truck is really excited to see you guys. Hi, Nano. Welcome in. How are ya? Who else is here? Hi, Phidias. Hi, Kieran. Hi, David. Hello. Hi. Hi, guys. Hi, Dad. Hi, Ta. Hi, Sid. Hi, Renticus. Yeah, I get excited about kitchenware. I don't know what it is. I just really like pots and... I like it when I buy good pots and pans that I know I'm going to have for 20 years, you know? It's always fun to get a new pan that you know you're going to have for the rest of your life. Welcome in, Snowy. How are you today? I'll get to the purple sign in a second. Give me one moment. Hello, Maximus. Hi, guys. Welcome in. Hey, hi, Biggest. What's poppin'? What's going on? It's good to see you guys. Hi. Have we been hydrating? Have we been... I don't think I've been hydrating enough. I think that's why I'm a little slow today, is because I haven't been greasing those wheels, as they say. Hello, OG. How are you today? It's good to see you. Hi, guys. Hi, Starsky. Hi, Ziv. What did you get up to last night, I didn't do much. I went outside in the snow a little bit. I tromped around in my shoes a little bit. Went outside in the snow, cleared off some sidewalks. My arms are kind of sore, but it was a good kind of sore. You know, there's something beautiful about a cold, snowy, peaceful night. You know, the sky is so dark and then the snow is so white. There's something beautiful about that. You know, the contrast and the lights on the snow. There's a really famous painting. I forget who it's by, but it's a really beautiful painting of snow. I'll have to show it to you guys sometime. I forget what it's called, but it's this beautiful painting of a big snowbank with a bunch of farmhouses on it. And the lighting is so beautiful. I always think about that painting. Hi, Kevin, guys. Hello. Happy, I almost said Monday. Happy Tuesday. Hi, T-Mike. Hi, Brass. What you doing? Hi. Did you guys eat? Did you already eat lunch? Did you eat dinner? Raise your hand if you've eaten in the last 4 hours. I want to see a show of hands. Hi, Kirtub. Hi, welcome in. Hi, Shadowman. How are you today? Happy Tuesday. Hello, guys. Hi. Hey, hi. Hey. Oh, okay, over on the purple site. Hello, purple site. Hi, Sith. Hi, Maury. Hi, Kano. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Kay. Oh no, did purple site go out again? That's too bad. I am always on the red site, purple site, as well. If you go in my About Me and click the link, I'm on the red site as well if you would like to view there if purple site's having issues. Yeah, hello, Legend. Welcome in. Hi, Kay. Hi, Flightless. Good cookware is always a good investment. That's how I feel. I feel like if you buy good pots and pans, they'll last you forever. I have some really, like, cheap pots and pans that have still lasted me forever. So it just goes to show that quality is not always synonymous with price. I have some pots and pans that have served me faithfully that were like, I don't know, like maybe 10 bucks, 15 bucks. That just goes to show, you know? Hi, Baseman. Hi, Baron. Welcome in. Hi. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that, Snowy. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kay. Too busy playing Arkfield and Knights to train wizards. Guys, I'm so serious. I am so busy right now in my wolf job. I have no time to play video games, like, at all. I played a little bit of Terraria, the new update of the Terraria, just like a tiny bit for, like, I want to say an hour and a half, and that's all the time I've had to game. This is my gaming time. This is why I always say that this time is so special to me when I get to stream with you guys, because this is the only time I get to play video games. Hi, Vanish. Welcome in. How are you today? Hi, Soulstriker. Hi, Manto. It's good to see you again. Hi. Yeah, refresh. The stream goes down. Be sure to refresh, and then we'll probably come back. Hello. Hi, Banished. Hi, Hi, Fear. It's good to see you again. Hi. Hey. Hi, Melkosh. Thank you for the 60 stream. Holy moly, 60. That's a huge number. You saw a schedule? Yeah, I usually put my schedule up on the waiting screen. But so if you see that, it means the stream went down. Thank you for the 55 stream streak, Redneck. I appreciate that. Hi, Spinach. Welcome in. Yeah, I got a package delivered. Yeah, it's my pots and pans. Hi, Milk Tea. Hi, Vormal. Welcome in. Hi, Crayon. Happy Tuesday. Hi, guys. It's good to see everybody. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. Hi. Hi, Ovi. Hi, Fake. How are ya? Hi, Cappy. Kay, thank you very much for being first. Hello, Olaf. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. If I missed you, hi. Welcome in. How are we today? I'm really excited. I'm warming up. I can feel the gears in my brain turning. Hi, everybody. Hey. 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 I don't know why I'm so peppy and happy. I'm not happy to see you, okay? I'm actually very pissed. Actually very pissed to see you. I'm not happy at all, just so you know. Lara, thank you for coming a Moon Puncher for 8 months in a row. I finally catch a Vylett stream. Yay! thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. I hope you've been well. Thank you for your continued support. Us, Anthony. How have you been? I hope you're staying nice and warm. Yeah. What is that sure ... for, huh? Vylett bites her internet cable again. I didn't bite the internet cable. The sharks bought the bot. The sharks bited the internet. What is the past tense of bite? It's just bite, right? Isn't the past tense... Wait, what? Bited? It's not bited. Oh, it's bit. Wow. How come I couldn't even think of that? Jesus. Hey guys, I think I need a brain game, I think. I need a Nintendo DS, and I need to play the brain games. I think my brain is melting out my ears. Boat? It's not boat. Shut up. Bot? No, it's not bot. It's not boat. Vylett past tense heart. Yeah, that is my name. Yeah, it's only Tuesday. That's true. You know what? I think it's a lack of sweet treats. I didn't have any sweet treats today, and I think it's really affecting my brain's morale. I think my brain is throwing in the towel because it's like, I don't get a sweet treat. Well, then what the hell? Sorry, excuse my French. What the hell am I doing this for then, huh? Brain's worn out from the wolf work. Yeah, that too. It's been really tough. February's a really tough month. But we're making our way through, little by little, and we have these little breaks in between to play video games with each other, so that is really... Hi everybody. I need emergency tangerines. True. Get this girl a bag of tangerines. Yeah, I'm just gonna open it up and then upend it all into my mouth. Yummy. How are the chickpea cookies? Oh, I didn't bake them, Vogan. Thank you for asking, though. I didn't bake them. So, I love cookie dough, but occasionally it gives me, you know... Oh. Oh no, I see that we're getting a lag spike. Uh-oh. Are we here, guys? Are we here? Okay, I'm just gonna keep yapping and ignore it. I'm really sorry, everybody. I don't know how to fix it today. Oh no, just for a second? Okay. Man! Man, this is gonna... Okay, alright, let's just keep yapping. Let's not get discouraged. Keep your chin up, hotties. I want the full salmonella cookie dough experience. I don't know, Mus, so I've been... Anyway, ever since I was a child, and I discovered the joys of vanilla extract. Did you guys ever have a moment where your mom was like, hey, I was a kid. I remember I was baking with my mom. I was sitting at the counter, and she was like, do you want to try some vanilla extract? And I was like, yeah, because it smelled really good, right? And so she was like, do you want to try some? And I was like, yeah. So she gave me a little bit, and I drank it, and that changed my whole perspective on life. I think that was a core memory, to be honest. But ever since that day, ever since I drank a cap full of vanilla extract and my mom laughed at me, my wolf mom laughed at me, I've been searching for a way to replicate cookie dough because I love eating cookie dough off the spoon. Yeah, so ever since then I've been searching for a way to replicate cookie dough in a safe manner so that I can eat it. And so I've tried to cook the flour beforehand, and that kind of works just a little bit. It works a little, but it doesn't work. It doesn't really taste the same. And so now I'm trying the chickpea stuff, and I don't know. There's something about cookie slime. I love it so much. I love cookie dough. I love to eat that baked goods clay. Shovel it in my mouth. Yummy, yummy. Hi, everybody. Hi, welcome in. Here, let's do a little pinned message so people know that they're not crazy. We're having connection issues. If you DC, please refresh. Yeah, I love that baked goods clay. Unable to pin. So that's the thing I love. Hold on. Okay, now let me put it on this, on the red side as well. Okay, replace pin message. There we go. So now people know. Just give them a little heads up just in case they're curious. A sweetened bechamel sauce? Ew, that doesn't sound good. No, that would just be custard sauce. What are you talking about? What if I'm crazy though? I know none of you are crazy because you're here. This is a space where nobody's crazy and everybody's very normal. Hi, Kyoto. Hi, Furnace. Welcome in. How are you today? Hi. Hi, Truck is eating my internet. No, he's not. He's chilling. He's right next to me. Custard is so good. Yeah, apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently in England, they sort of just pour custard over anything. Did you guys know this? Hey, English people, why didn't you tell me about your pourable custard? That seems really delicious. Why didn't you tell me about that? They just pour like it's not like pudding. It's more like liquidy sweet sauce. That sounds really good. I wish we had that in America. I guess we kind of do. No, we don't. Americans don't really pour sweet sauce over things. They love their custard here. They do, Lara. But when they said custard, when the British say custard, as an American, I think of like a pudding. Is that just me? Like the whole pudding, but then in Britain, pudding is dessert. So it's like, if a British person says custard, I'm thinking like a thick, you know, pastry cream. But then they show me like this gravy boat of sweet sauce that's very pourable. So it's really confusing, you know? And then their pudding, if you say the word pudding to a British person, they're thinking about dessert in general. But if you say pudding to an American, they're thinking about, you know, chocolate pudding and like Jell-O and stuff. Culver's frozen custard. I've never had Culver's. Should I go get some? It sounds really good. I imagine they get it out of the Teletubbies machine. What? No, the Teletubbies eat... What do the Teletubbies eat? I actually don't know what they eat. I've always assumed they're cannibals, you know? I think like a thick cream. Yeah, I think when I hear pudding or custard, I think thick cream. Clotted cream is amazing. I do really love clotted cream. Yeah, clotted cream's really good. I wish I made scones more often, but scones can be kind of tricky. A good scone recipe is hard to come by. That I go to. Oh. Hey, guys. I think we're nerfed. I think we're getting nerfed. Hey. A little blip, but we're fine. What is going on, guys? I'm gonna throw a baby fit. I just want to yamp with the hotties. Why are they censoring me, bro? Literally 1984, the internet's censoring me right now. That's why they have those TVs in every children's home. What do you mean by that, Bap? It didn't buffer, it just skipped ahead. Yeah, that's so strange. Why did my computer fan speed up? I don't know, guys. And I'm scared. Hi, Paddington. Welcome in. I'm scared. What is going on? Anyway, hi, everybody. Hey. I don't know what's happening, but it's good that you're here. Hi, I'm glad you're here, guys. Anyway, okay, so I'm talking about custard. Let me talk about custard. I'm not blowing up. So the thing is, like, my internet's fine. My internet says it's okay. I've got 5 bars. But for some reason, I think it might be... This might be OBS, everybody. First stream, rest in peace, all of us. So here's the thing. I haven't updated OBS. Like, there's been an update that's been trying to happen, I want to say, for 5 months now. I haven't updated my OBS in 5 months. And I don't... Is that bad, or is that... Well, listen, we've been streaming just fine. We've been streaming just fine. I'm on 106. I haven't updated OBS in 4 years. See, it's normal. Thank you. It's normal. It might help. It's okay. Software doesn't need to update. All right, fine. I'll update OBS after this stream. You've convinced me. I'll update it after this stream. Fine. Anyway, we were talking about custard. Anyway, I just don't know. We just don't know, okay? The British have a different idea of dessert than we do. And we just don't know what's going on. So yeah. I've been thinking about dessert. I've been thinking about a little sweet treat, and I don't have any in the castle right now, so that's kind of sad. I guess I can make pancakes. Let's see, what sweet treat do I have? I have maple syrup in the house. What can I make with maple syrup? Oh, do you guys know about the Canadian thing that they do? Canadians in the chat, you probably already know about this one. But it's a Canadian treat to go outside and grab fresh snow and then pour maple syrup all over it. Yeah. I might do that if it snows again tonight. Fresh snow. Bread pudding? I don't have any bread. I don't really eat bread that often. Now that I think about it. I don't think I've bought like a loaf of sandwich bread in a while. Real maple syrup. I always get real maple syrup because it's delicious. Snowed ice. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? Snowed ice? If you have brown sugar, you can add that to pancakes to make them extra yummy. That's true. I do have like pecans, so I could make like a pecan walnut thing. You eat it, or is it just pouring it the treat? Apparently, according to Canadians, eating the maple syrup on the fresh snow is the treat. So it's kind of like a snow cone. Also, hi donuts. Icky toffee pudding. Ooh, I've never tried it before. I really want to. Pouring maple syrup on the snow angels. Yeah, it has to be fresh snow, though, because otherwise you might get a little whoopsie. They have it too, but they're known for maple syrup. Gotta be hot and poured onto snow. Oh, the maple syrup has to be hot. Oh, okay. I thought it was like room temp maple syrup. Rolled onto a stick. That sounds really good. Any excuse to eat maple syrup is valid. That's true. I feel like pouring it, unhinging your jaw and pouring it directly into your mouth is probably not the best. Like, I think that's a line too far. You know what I mean? Like, humans need to hold on to their humanity. As Miyazaki from Dark Souls would say, humans need to hold on to their humanity and not descend into beasts. And I feel like unhinging your jaw and pouring a bunch of maple syrup in there is, like, akin to beasthood. Hi, Jin. Welcome in. You can sometimes find snow that's already pre-seasoned with lemon flavor. I see what you're trying to do, but I already know that trick. Nice try. Yellow snow tastes like that's not true. It does not taste like lemons. I used to pour honey directly into my mouth from the jar as a kid. Oh, wow. Really? Become honey badger. Pouring it down your throat is superficial. Yeah, but you don't get to enjoy it that way. Oh, no. Are we pausing again? Darn it. Hi, friend. Welcome in. You got the big upsetty sign. I'm sorry. The internet also has the big upsetties because it keeps cutting out. I'm sorry, guys. It keeps cutting out for some reason. I don't know what's going on. It's not me. The internet's fine. I'm checking it. Check my speed test right now. Let me check speedtest.com. Put them in. Speedtest.com. Speed test. Speed test. Go. Okay. It's testing. YouTube's doing fine? Okay. Is Purple Sight being a wiener? That's too bad. Hey guys, Purple Sight, Red Sight's always available, you know, and vice versa. Come on over. Okay, it's testing right now. Okay, my download speed is 900 Mbps. My upload speed is, drumroll please. My upload speed is 800 Mbps. So, I don't think it's me, guys. Better dead than red. Wow, you guys have brand loyalty to your streaming sites, don't you? Wow, I never thought that people would get this, I don't know, loyal to a brand site. Interesting. That's honestly really good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on. Red till dead. You guys are so silly. You guys are silly. Just know that I'm still watching on YouTube, but Twitch is not cooperating. I'm sorry, Cran. Maybe they're intentionally throttling me. They're like, get her. Get her. Get her. Get her specifically. She's giving the people options about where they can watch. Get her. Destroy her. Grill her. Krazzy, thank you for the 5 supas. Sorry about the internet being a pain. Thank you for streaming. I hope Wolfwork gets better. Thank you, Krazzy. I appreciate that. Welcome in. It's just a funky day, you know. Tuesday, today's just a little bit of a funky day. But I appreciate you guys bearing with me. Yeah, she's too powerful. Nerf that wolf girl in particular. High Oathbreaker, fresh snow, vanilla, sugar, milk, and then mix them snow ice cream. Oh. I have a little loyalty, but my shy nature and crush on YouTube chat keeps me over there. Okay, so I see some hotties are tsunderes. I see. So some of the purple site hotties are tsundere, and they don't want red site to know that they actually like them. Awesome. YouTube, more like VTuber, precisely. Have you seen Outer Worlds? I did play Outer Worlds. That was an interesting game. I bounced off of it pretty quick, though. Yeah, apparently Purple Site has a crush on Red Site. I had no idea. I don't like YouTube's live streaming. It's me being neurospicy. That's fair. That's why I like to give you guys options. I don't want to be limited by what you know what I mean? I don't want to be limited. I live outside the boundary. But I want to offer you guys the best experience possible, and that means multiple choices, and that's what I give you. I'm a woman of the people, you know? We are the cuter chat. That's very fair. I don't know. I think both of you guys are kind of... You have both of you guys are kind of... You didn't hear that from me. Hi, everybody. Hi. Today we're going to be playing the FMV game, Her Story. It's good to see you. If you guys are here for the game only, usually I talk to my chat for about an hour before we get started. So feel free to come back in 30 minutes and we'll have the game up and running. But until then, you're more than welcome to hang out with us and yap and chat. It's good to see you. Hi. But yeah, you can give me glasses. That's true. Purple Site can give me glasses. They can make Todd appear on the screen. Red Site's a little cuter. No, it's not. Don't try to get me to decide one way or another. You guys are both the same, okay? Really, orange YouTube is a superior. What's orange YouTube? What's that? There's Todd. There he is, guys. Let's see. Is there any Bethesda news we can talk about? Not that I know about. I don't think there's any Bethesda news. Nothing really big is happening in Nothing really big is happening in video games right now, I want to say. Other than the Fable announcement, I think video games is kind of chill right now. Hi, Rodent Weenie Surgeon, welcome in. I'm cute and no one would be afraid to introduce me to their mom by name and profession. I'll believe that. Welcome in. Any chance of playing mod in Morrowind in the future? Yeah, but we have to get through Skyrim first. Silly billies. We gotta get through, before we start playing mods on Elder Scrolls, we have to get through a vanilla playthrough of Daggerfall and Skyrim, so it's gonna be a while. Bethesda's development schedule is glacial. That is true. I think that's for the better, though. I would honestly prefer that to having a development schedule that's too fast. You know? I don't want the team to burn out. I want, you guys know me. I want employees to have adequate, especially video game employees, to have adequate time to rest and recuperate and, create things that they're really excited about. Versus just constantly having their nose pushed to the grindstone. Resident Evil 9. What about Arena? Yeah, we'll get around to that eventually, but we've already got our plans here pretty set. I think I've talked to you guys about this before. It's okay if you forgot, I understand. But it's gonna be Daggerfall and then Skyrim, so we're going retro, modern retro for the Bethesda games. So, yeah. Hi, Jacob. Welcome in. We got to get through Battlespire and Redguard. I am really fascinated with Redguard. I don't know what it is. I was watching like a little bit of gameplay of it, and I'm absolutely fascinated by that train wreck of a game. I'm really excited to play it. Sometimes with these old games, them being a train wreck is actually a good thing. It's hard to describe to people because sometimes people will be like, "Why do you play games that are so old?" And I'm like, "You don't get it. It's the spice of life." There's some spice there that you can't get anywhere else, Battlespire looks cool. I don't ever think I've seen Battlespire gameplay, Hika. I'll have to look that up. I can't wait for the Donathon stretch goal, 10 minutes of Starfield for 10K. Hey, I mean, if you guys really want me to play Starfield, I will play Starfield. At some point, we should have like a Starfield marathon where I can see how far I can get into the game before I have to tap out. What if I actually like it, Hotties? Will you guys disown me? What happens if I like Starfield? Will you guys, put me in a cardboard box and put me on the curb? And be like, adopt me on the front of the box? I want you to play Starfield. It's worth a shot. That is true. I've only seen Battlespire gameplay. Oh. I'd be disappointed but unsurprised. We aren't upset, just disappointed. How can you blame me, though? Bethesda's like my entire childhood. Bethesda, how can you blame me if I like the slop that I was raised on, huh? How can you blame me if I like the dark chocolate cherry cake that I was raised on? Of course I'm gonna like the weird, you know what I mean? I was raised on this stuff, born in it, molded in it. I came from the primordial Bethesda goop, and to the primordial Bethesda goop I will return. There's no escaping it, hotties. You gotta love all of Todd's children. Well, you have to at least be nice to all of Todd's children, I feel like. It's okay to like Starfield, it's just weird to think it's more than okay. Okay, so then, I would unsub. Okay, well that's definitely a threat. I don't respond well to those. And by that I mean I don't respond to those at all. Hotties, I've met too many people. I've met too many wolves. Do you know how many wolves out there like to threaten you? There's a lot of wolves out there that like to threaten you. I have adopted, anytime somebody tries to threaten me, I just adopt the gray rock wolf method. I just completely ignore them. And then they never do what they say they're gonna do. All of those threats are suddenly empty. Starfield is just a bad No Man's Sky. I did play No Man's Sky briefly, I want to say, when it's got its first big update. It's amazing. I think No Man's Sky is such a good example of how much a game can change, you know? From inception, from release, and then like many patches later. We should try No Man's Sky. Excuse me, we should try No Man's Sky. Hi Gabriel, welcome in. How are you today? That's why you're the best at protecting us no matter what. Precisely. Which part is the part where you being a wolf sniff their butt? I mean, you don't have to. Once you've sniffed a new butt, then you don't need to sniff it anymore. That's how it usually goes. Once you've sniffed a new butt, you don't need to sniff it again. At least for me, anyway. Starfield's not the greatest game, but it has its moments. So that, Oh, did you guys get throttled again? Darn it. I guess it's not evening out, huh? I guess I jinxed it. Doesn't look like it's evening out. That's so strange. What's going on? No Man's Sky still showing up at award shows is crazy. Oh, does it? I don't really pay attention to award shows. Is it being nominated still? Huh. So strange. It dropped for a second. Hi, Bubba. Hi, Kenshiro. I'm sorry, guys. They're throttling us, Via. We need a strong knight to save us. I don't know. I can't save you guys. I can't save you, Purple Side. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All I can do is point to my About Me on the purple site and be like, hey, there's another place. Wink, wink. Knight! Thank you for the 5 super. Starfield suffers from the same issues 76 had at launch. They both feel empty in some... I see. Yeah, 76 is also a remarkable comeback story. I feel like Fallout 76 and No Man's Sky are very similar in that regard. I think they both really pulled it back and listened to community feedback and did their best to make a game that was better than it was on launch. And they just keep cranking out updates. As much as I sigh when I see a new Fallout 76 update as a teaser rather than an actual Fallout, as much as I sigh, the sheer amount of content in 76 that they're churning out is very impressive. Very impressive. Light No Fire looks great. I've never heard of that set. Hi Mango, it came back for me when you admitted there was a problem. Maybe that's the trick, huh? To get everything to stabilize, I just have to be like, yeah, there's a problem. I have to address the elephant in the room, and maybe the elephant will stop sitting on the internet cable. It won Best Ongoing Game. Oh, what is Best Ongoing Game? What is that? Is it just like any game that's getting patched? Is it an MMO? I can't believe Fallout 76 launched without NPCs. Yeah, that is something that I do. Whenever I think about how Fallout 76 launched without NPCs, I'm like, what decision? Where was the decision for that? Who made that decision? Game that has live service update. Ah, okay. So like anything that has patches? Like Terraria, I guess. Ah, okay. They've given up on the Starfield DLC. That's good. I don't want to be a hater, but I think I don't think a DLC is gonna is gonna bring people back to Starfield. I mean, the good news is that Oblivion was released, right? The Oblivion remaster was released, and they saw, you know, Bethesda saw how much enthusiasm people had for it. They saw how much money it made. They saw how much more successful it was. So hopefully, they've realized now, you know, it gives them a little nudge in the right direction, shall we say. Bethesda doesn't like writing. I think they do, Bubba. I think they do. I think Bethesda has some good writing sometimes. Especially for DLCs. I would say DLC packs are probably where they tend to actually... I don't know. I feel like the writing shines more in DLCs. But that's just my opinion. Hi, MPK. Thank you for the watch stream streak. I appreciate that. Less time wasted away from Elder Scrolls 6 development, the better. Yeah. Yeah, I hope they know that I am the most eagerly awaited Elder Scrolls 6. I am the only person in this world who is waiting for Elder Scrolls 6. Everybody else is a fake fan. I am the only one who cares. I am the only one who truly cares about the Elder Scrolls 6 development. Everybody else is a fake fan. Still waiting for the next Fallout remake. I'm pretty sure they're gonna drop it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna drop it this year. Probably Fallout 3. It would be interesting if it's New Vegas, or if they like release both of them at the same time. That would be interesting. The thing with New Vegas is, the thing with remastering New Vegas, the code is so spaghetti in New Vegas. I'm curious to see if like porting it over to the Unreal Engine breaks it. You know what I mean? Like, it already has enough problems, and this goes for Fallout 3 too. Like, you guys saw when we played through Fallout 3. 60 FPS with like high-powered computers, things start to get a little bit weird, you know? How can it be more spaghetti than Oblivion? It worked for them. That is true, Lamoro, but there was definitely some spaghetti. I feel like the Oblivion remaster also had some spaghetti moments. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be broken, but that's part of the fun. Hi, Malcolm, welcome in. Someday they'll remember that they are the Wayne Gretzky company. Yeah, you guys are so excited for like the Fallout remake and like the, you know, Elder Scrolls 6 or whatever. I'm excited. The real Bethesda fan, is excited about their most successful game to date, Wayne Gretzky's hockey. You guys are so excited about like, ooh, Fallout 3 remaster, New Vegas remaster. Wrong. What the people crave is Wayne Gretzky's hockey remaster. Yeah, port that to Unreal Engine. See how that goes. It's a little funny to see a Skyrim dev say that Morrowind remaster wouldn't sell, and a Baldur's Gate 3 dev be like, that's all I want. Wait, what? What did a Skyrim dev say? A Morrowind remaster would sell great. I just think, I think that if a Skyrim dev says that a Morrowind remaster wouldn't sell, what they're actually saying is, I don't want to work on that. What they're actually saying is a remaster. They know, I think Bethesda knows better than any of us, that Morrowind deserves a full remaster. Not just a skin, not just a reskin, not just a, you know what I mean? Not just a, you know, it deserves a full looking at, like from top to bottom, the entire game. And so what that Skyrim dev, you gotta read between the lines sometimes, guys, with these PR statements. What they're actually saying is the Skyrim dev says, I don't want to work from the ground up on Morrowind again. That's what they're actually saying. They're not saying that they don't think it would sell. They're just saying like, hey, I don't want to do all that work. Please and thank you. I mean, at this point, the way that Oblivion remaster sold, it's inevitable that the Morrowind remaster is going to get made. Or sorry, the Morrowind remake. Remake? Whatever. You know the difference. Anyway, the fact that Oblivion sold as well as it did, the Oblivion remaster sold as well as it did, has pretty much doomed the entire Elder Scrolls series, especially the 3D one, so like from Morrowind onward, to getting a Unreal 5 engine remaster at some point. Just from a sheer, like, if you look at logistics and from a sheer profit standpoint, there's no way they're not going to start doing it. It's just a matter of when, and it's just a matter of how deep the remaster goes. You know? COD needs to remaster Wayne Gretzky's hockey as a joke and then release it. I would love that. Hi, Button, welcome in. Hi. Hello, Meryl. How many gigs of RAM do you have to stream comfortably, by the way? I believe I have 24 gigs, but I bought the Hotties very kindly. Got this computer for me before the crazy RAM hike. So, yeah, I have 24, I think, currently right now. Welcome in. There's been non-Bethesda people taking potshots at Morrowind lately. Really? That's strange. I think they're just afraid of Morrowind. Like, non-Bethesda, if there are people in the video game industry who don't work at Bethesda taking potshots at Morrowind, it's because they're scared. Oh, I have 32? Oh, I have 32, I guess. Yippee! I thought I had 24, but I have 32. Honestly, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody in video games is like, Morrowind wouldn't sell if it was remade today, I think they're just a little bit scared. You're not maxing out with the overlays. No, not at all. My CPU usage is at 1.9 right now. Thanks for asking, though. I appreciate that. I started Morrowind recently, and while it's pretty cool, there's a lot of... Oh, yeah. There's a lot of... I mean, the world of Morrowind is very... It's rough, right? It is rough. And that's why they're gonna have to do a remaster. They can't just plop a game in people's laps, I don't think, where one of the main contentions is, like, slavery. They can't just plop that into modern gamers' laps without, like... at least reapproaching or taking a look at what the dialogue says and like how it's framed, right? I don't think morally gray games are very popular in 2026, right? I think it's a miracle that Fallout New Vegas got as popular as it was because it is a very morally gray game. So plopping Morrowind, which is even more ambiguously morally gray, into the laps of modern gamers in 2026, I think would be a little bit risky. So that's why I think Morrowind deserves a full remaster rather than just... or a full remake rather than just a remake, right? I don't think people have... Also, I don't want to rag on modern gamers, but I don't think a lot of us have media literacy yet, right? I don't think... Like, one of the most prominent examples of media literacy, or one of the easiest ways to gauge someone's media literacy, is to talk about a very controversial book, obviously, but to talk about the book Lolita, right? Nabokov's Lolita. If you say to somebody like, hey, what was Lolita about? And then listen to their answer, that's usually a pretty good judge on whether or not that person has any sort of media literacy, right? I think Morrowind kind of, it's obviously not as controversial as Lolita, obviously, but I think there is a similar vein to that game. Where it's like, if you ask people, like, what was Morrowind about? Everybody's got a different answer, but the way they answer kind of belies how much media literacy they have, or how much... Does that make sense? Yeah, anyway, it's interesting. Yeah, never read it. It's a book that is deeply, deeply, deeply horrific. Lolita's a horrific book. But that's the point, right? Like, that is the point. But anyway, so, yeah, so media literacy, and I think in 2026 is a dying art, and it's a dying thing, but, hopefully, a Morrowind remaster, remake, whatever they want to do with it, would be approached, with respect to the original, material, while also, like, making it a bit more accessible in terms of, like, this is a game about moral choices, right? This is a game where nobody's right and nobody's wrong. Sounds like we need more morally nuanced game. Yeah. Kids these days are too stupid. No, they're not too stupid. I mean, on a base level, Morrowind is... You can just ignore... The beauty of Morrowind is you can ignore all of the stuff that's going on. You can ignore all of the social, you know, inequalities. You can ignore all of, like, the wild cultural stuff that's going on in Morrowind, and you can just play a really good fantasy game. You can ignore most of the dialogue, you can ignore what's going on, you don't have to do a lot of the quests, and at its core, Morrowind is a very fun fantasy romp where you can dive into dungeons, and, you know, kill monsters, and, you know, get stronger, and make cool spells and stuff like that. So that's the good part. The good part is you don't really have to engage with any of Morrowind's story, to be honest, until you want to. Because otherwise you can go through the whole game without really understanding what's going on, you know? Yeah. Hi, Spy Fox, welcome in. Hi. Well, simplistic storylines are not necessarily bad, right? Simplistic storylines are accessible to a wider amount of people, right? I would ask you to think about it like this. Everybody has a hard day, right? Like humans have a job. They go to their job, they have problems, right? They have kids, they have wives, they have husbands, they have maybe something's going on at home. People's lives are hard, right? And a lot of times people turn to media to sort of ease that, that hardness. And there are kind of two paths you can take with your media. You can have, obviously there's like in between, but you can choose to have one or the other, basically. You can have escapism fantasy, right? Which is like pure power fantasies, where like the good guys always win. And, like there's evil and good and, things are satisfying and there's always a satisfying happy ending. My mom is one of those. Is. My mom is, she's fine, by the way. I don't know why I said was. I guess when I lived with her as a young wolf, Wolf Mom was very much one of those people where her life was really, really hard. And she didn't want to think about her media. She wanted to turn her brain off at the end of the day. She liked her cozy fantasies. She liked her cozy mysteries. She really liked cozy mysteries, British cozy mysteries, whether it be books or like TV shows. She hated stories that were open-ended. She hated stories that were like very, realistic, very violent, had a lot of, stuff like that. So I totally get it. Like you can choose that way to go for your media consumption if that's what you want. And that is the easiest way to do it. It helps you escape, your hard life. Which is books that make you think, right? Shows that make you think. But the thing with thinking is people don't really want to do that. Like a lot of people don't particularly find it fun to be thinking or to have open-ended movies or to have open-ended books or books that ask them to come up with the ending, right? A lot of people do not enjoy that. I would say that the majority of people, when they open a book or they watch a show or they watch a video game, they don't really want to engage with it critically because that takes a lot of energy. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Like that, the way that we consume media is different for everybody. It's different for everybody's experiences, how they live their life, what they find is fun. You can't police fun, right? What people find fun is what they find fun. So we can't turn our noses up at the people that are like, I just want a cozy fantasy and I want happy endings and I want good and bad and evil and good guys. We can't turn our nose up at that because that is how they have fun and that is, that's their taste. That's all it is. So I like both, there are shows that I watch to turn my brain off and just sort of, escape. And then there's shows I watch to have thinking time. But I don't always want to think, and I don't always want to just have mindless fun. So, yeah, that's why there's so much media out there. That's why it's awesome that there's so many different types of media. All that to say, I'll get off my soapbox, but all that to say that simplistic storylines are not always bad. And in fact, they are sometimes some of the best media, Like Lord of the Rings, like even though the lore is very deep on a surface level, it is very much a simplistic storyline. It's good versus evil, right? Like it's good versus evil at its core. So it's interesting. Hi Makash, hi Kitsune, welcome in. Hi, let me try, I can police it. No, don't try to. Then you're gonna be a party pooper. Hi Maka, it's vibes based. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, a lot of times people create stuff that they like to consume, right? So people that write books that are escapist fantasies tend to be people who like escapist fantasy, right? People who write really complicated science fiction, morally gray books are often people who enjoy, reading complicated, morally gray books. So that's the beauty of you guys being human. That's one of the beauties of humanity, at least from my wolf standpoint, is that your tastes, determine what is created. And it's sort of like a self-feeding cycle, or a Rob Ross eating his own tail. Goomba, thank you for the 10. Good take, Tex. Thank you, arigato. I don't know if it's a good take, but I'm always an advocate for letting people enjoy the things that they like, and trying to understand that not everybody needs to be a critical Craig. Not everybody needs to wake up and be critical Charlotte every single day. We can put our brains down and watch some Love Island or whatever you want. Razzie, thank you for the 2 super. Media literacy and integrity are rare in 26. Yeah, that's very true. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that. I think also it's really important as a human to not immediately jump to, you know, I think the reason why a lot of people are critical about the media that other people consume is because they like to categorize people based on the media they consume. Right? For instance, like if you like anime, it's like, ah, you're an anime nerd, right? I know your type. You don't wash and blah, 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 and all that sort of stuff. It's easier for people really like, I should say humans. Humans really like, you know, to box somebody away in like a neat category because it's easier than seeing them as a complex person. So a lot of times people will use the media that somebody's into as a way to judge them or put them in a box. So yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting. There's a lot tied into games and movies and music and books. A lot more than we think there is. I still can't tell if your pronunciation of Rob Ross is a bit or not. Well, listen. Uranus is very similar, right? Because you can say it Uranus, but it's Greek. It's Latin. So Ouroboros and Uranus are very similar. At least in my mind, if that makes sense. Mr. Uncle, thank you for the super. I only listen to serious and thought-provoking VTubers like Vylett Piss. Thank you so much for that super. I mean, that super really highlights the importance of... Like, I do talk about piss a lot, right? But I also talk about really serious stuff and, you know... Or not serious stuff, but I like to talk about these sorts of things because I think it's fascinating. I think everybody is a silly little guy. I think everybody's a piss tuber and also a scholar. You can be a scholar and a piss tuber at the same time. There's nothing stopping you from... No? Ouroboros. No, it's Ouroboros. You don't say the U. You say the U if you're American. Ouroboros. 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 Say it fast and it becomes Ouroboros. You just take the U out. I'm not saying poopy. I'm not saying that word. We're already having enough connection issues. I don't want YouTube to nerf me more. Hi, Creamy. Welcome in. Hi. I studied the Peebus. You did indeed, Donuts. I can see it. I can see it in your eyes. Yeah, I'm truly the Diogenes of VTubers. I'm the Diogenes of VTubers, guys. You're Rob Ross? No, I'm not Rob. Who is Rob Ross again? Who is Rob Ross? Who's that guy? I know Bob Ross. I don't know Rob Ross. Maka, thank you for the 500. You can study Peebus needles, be the scholar pursuer of your dreams, Hoggies. Hey, I said Hoggies on accident yesterday, okay? I said Hoggies on accident yesterday. Instead of Hotties, I said Hoggies. Ouroboros. Yeah, but it's a U, it's not an O. It's Ouroboros, not Ouroboros. Hoggies forever. You guys really want to be Hoggies, huh? We're oinkers now, baby. Hoggies for life. Hoggies charge. Stop, you guys aren't Hoggies. That was a slip of the tongue. No, I'm not gonna be a pig girl. I'm a wolf girl forever. Yeah, that's true. English is kind of weird. That's a fair point. Okay, guys. Alright, well, I got on my soapbox for a really long time and I yapped for a really long time. So now I just want to play a funny little video game about a woman who may or may not have krilled her husband. Shall we? Hey guys, hey. Hey guys, hey. Hey guys, hey. Hey guys, hey. Are we ready for the not scary game, Her Story? I am. Alright, here we go. Okay, so last time, should I put my little hat on? Hold on, let me put my little detective hat on. My detective hat. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Excuse my French. My crown off. Ah! Yeah, my detective hat. Okay, perfect. I'm settling in to solve some mysteries. Watson, Watson. We're solving a mystery in it. Alright, cool. I press play. Oh, I forgot that the music is so fun. Let me get the game up for you. that nice? Alright, are you guys ready? Put your thinking caps on, hotties. Press continue. Okay, so let me catch you up on what happened last time on her story. So, as far as we know, we are a detective of some sort. I'm not sure. Maybe we're police, maybe we're not. Actually, we don't know if we're actually the... All we know is that we are accessing a police database. Now, what this police database does is it allows us to type in any word. I can type in something like cat, right? And so anytime she says cat, so this database is a database of interviews, police interviews with this particular woman. And whenever she says cat, it'll pull up different clips where she says that particular word. If it's a new clip we haven't seen before, there's an I right here. But if it doesn't have an I, that means we've seen it before. So, the short and the long of it is that this woman is possibly responsible for her husband's murder. We don't know that for sure. Here, do I want to make it a little bigger? Is that better, hotties? Did I scoot it over? Yeah, maybe that'll be good. Okay, so this woman, as far as we know, may or may not be involved in her husband's murder. Her husband has gone missing. His name's Simon. And we are trying to... We eventually found his body. The police eventually found his body. And so now we are trying to figure out how he died and why. So last time, he did nothing wrong. Last time, we found out that this woman is either a twin or... He has multiple personality disorder, also known as DID. I believe multiple personality disorder is the incorrect in psychological circles. I believe the psychological circles now call it DID, which is dissociative identity disorder, which is where you have multiple identities within one body. Typically, this disorder is brought on, this is a very paraphrased thing, so forgive me if I mess this up, but typically DID is brought on by severe traumatic abuse as a child, or severe trauma as a child, just in general. So, we don't know if she's a twin yet or if she has DID. We're not sure. Hi, Ryan, welcome in. Hi, how are you? Stream is jumping around a bit. Oh my gosh. The way she describes the event, there's got to be two physical people. That's what I thought so too. We've got a lot of clues here. Let me get my clue book out. We've got a lot of clues here. And so we're just sort of going through this database and researching different words and seeing if that pops up. An interesting thing we found out is that she can communicate through something called tap code. It's not Morse code, but we saw her communicating with somebody through tap code. And so we had to translate that, which is really cool. So yeah, that's the broad strokes of this game. So I'm really excited to see what happens this session. Okay. Let's watch this new clip about a cat.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book. The knock code. Something prisoners of war would use.
See?
Set them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
Oh, we have to immediately solve this, don't we? Okay. That's a long sentence. Oh no, what did she say?
Nice. But they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna have... Yeah, this is a long one, so let's go back in.
When we weren't...
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, I don't like that the cup is blocking her finger. It means we have to listen. And I don't like that. So the tap code... Here, let me get the tap code diagram for you. Name? Let me get the tap code diagram. Aha! I still have it up here. So as you can see, this is how the tap code diagram works. So, yeah. So the word hello That's just an example of how the word hello works. Okay, so let's do... Here we go. I'm going to make it kind of small. And we're going to try and write down how many taps we hear in order. Okay, here we go.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code.
Get ready.
That we'd learned from a book. The not code.
It doesn't. She's not saying too many tangerines.
War would use. We tap them out on radiator pipes.
Okay, get ready.
Floor.
I'm already lost. I'm already lost. I'm already lost. Okay, so she does 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so okay. 1, hold on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I think that's 3. Okay. I didn't know we had to do this immediately. Okay, hold on. I got it. 1, 2, 5, 3, 1. Is that 3? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 4. 1, 4. 2. 1, 2, 3. 3, 1. 1, 2. Wait, what was that? 2, 3. 1. 1. Oh my god. Yeah. Bars. 1. 1, 2, 3. Oh, she just keeps saying 3. What? 3, 2, 3. 3. What is happening, guys? How many times does she say 3? Hi, Historia, welcome in. Hi. Yeah, we're reading Romance of the Three Kingdoms on Sunday. Yeah. Okay, I need to count how many times she does 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 times. So 4 times 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of 3s. Okay. Yeah, she's not saying anything, but she's tapping it out. Okay, so the numbers that I have so far. She did what to the vacuum cleaner? She's not talking about the vacuum cleaner. Okay, so the numbers I have, so all these numbers need to be in pairs, essentially. So, 1 and 2 is a pair, 5 and 3 is a pair, 1 and 4 is a pair. Then there's just 2 by itself. Maybe 2 and 3 are a pair. 2 and 3 are a pair, maybe, and then 1 and 1, and then 1, 3, and then 2 3s, and then 3, and then 3. Okay, so here's the numbers I have. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, she's trying to keep, I don't know, maybe it's nothing, but I want to make sure that we translate it all, just in case it is something important. Okay, so the numbers I have are 1, 1, 2, 5, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 3, 3. Is that right? Okay. So now that we have the numbers, let's try and translate them. So 1, so 2, so hello, the H is 2, 3. So we go down first and then across. So 1, 2 would be B. 5-3 would be E. 5-3 would be X? Wait, did I get that wrong? BX? Huh? I got 4 instead of the first 3. Oh, did you? Uh-oh. You got 4 there. Okay, so maybe it is 4. But then 4-3 is BS. Yes? BS 1-4. 1-4. D 3 is H. EH? Wait, this isn't making any sense. Guys, the tap code isn't making any sense. EH. I can only count to 1, so good luck. Thank you. Good to know I'm on my own here. Okay, so BS, DH. 3. Okay, so H is 2-3. 1-1 is A, and 3-3 is C or K. Okay, so 3-3. Oh no, 3-3 is 1-1 is A. 3-3 is N. You kept saying N. An. A-N-N. An. That's a word. And then the last one was A again. And then another An. Oh, Hannah! Oh, yeah! The one word is Hannah. She's spelling out Hannah. In the last part. What about the first part? 4-14? Is that what you guys got? 1, 2. So B. 5-4. Y. 14 is 1-4 would be D. I think it might be 1-5. So she said bye, Hannah. Oh, she said bye, Hannah? Does that mean that's Eve? Okay, so the twins, hotties, if there are twins, one of them's named Hannah, one of them's named Eve. Hannah was married to Simon. And Simon slept with Eve. They had an affair. Thank you, Invincible, for the stream streak. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Yeah, sorry, guys. We're having hiccups. Apparently, Red Side is more stable, so we'll see you over there. The Disney Channel is behind this. No, they're not. No, they're not. Okay, I think she said bye, Hannah. What if we just type that in? What if we say bye, Hannah? Nothing. What if I just type Hannah? I don't think we've done that yet. Oh, not very many with Hannah. We've already seen them all. What about bye? Nothing. What about goodbye? One we haven't seen.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing in the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week, he offered to buy me a meal.
That's Simon. She's talking about Simon.
And so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead.
Ooh, I love chips. I love Frito-Lays. They kissed?
Romantic.
What is she talking about? Oh, I got the achievement romantic. He asked me to kiss him. That's what it says. Wait, but that's not the first night they met. Who is talking here? Because remember, the first night that Eve and Simon met, she was singing in a bar. Yeah, we only found... So here's how many interviews we found, Hotties. Let me show you. So this is the database checker. This is how many clips we've watched. The rest are clips we haven't watched. So that's crazy. Let's just start going down like a basic list of words. Red. Blue. White. Yellow. Flower? Rainbow. We already tried Dollhouse. Well, that's what I'm saying. Simon talked to a woman who looked exactly like his wife and suspected nothing. That's what I think he knew all along. Maybe Bar? Oh, yeah. There's clips with Bar. Okay.
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference?
Oh, let's write down Oxford. Oxford.
I remember calling him.
Write that down.
He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
So is the bar that she worked at in Oxford? Okay, Oxford, and then we'll write down the word conference. Okay. They're names we haven't searched yet. Ah. Names we haven't searched yet. Like what? Oh, Anne! That's true, we didn't search Anne.
No. I told her it was one of my boyfriends. Someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon?
What? Oh, the pregnancy. Yeah.
Why not them?
So here's the thing that's tripping me up and making me think it's not DID, dissociative identity disorder. I think, well, one of these twins is infertile. Or at least she thinks she is. So Hannah is supposed to be infertile, but then Eve got pregnant. So I don't know if that's real or not. But that is a physical evidence. Like that would make me think that they're twins rather than just different personalities. Okay, so let's search Oxford. Oh, there's many.
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing, in Oxford.
Double glazing? That.
It was secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have
secret. We should write that down.
To Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Okay. So she doesn't think that it's related to money. Let's look up. Oh, mirror. Didn't we do that one already? Yeah, we did that one already. Conference. Oh, nothing. Oh, Princess Street. Did we look that up? We did. Hip. So Simon has a scar on his hip. We already saw that one. Carl. We already searched Carl. Rules. Rapunzel. I think we did as well. Yeah, expenses. So he slept with Eve. Him and Eve slept together. But he wrote it off. He wrote the hotel off and like the food and stuff as a business expense. Yeah, we tried tattoo. I'm pretty sure we tried tattoo. Yeah. Welcome in, Brain Fog. We already tried tattoo. We've tried a lot of words at this point. But there's still so many clips left. So, let's see. What if just regular castle? Okay. Maybe, you know, she's talked a lot about fairy tales. So what if we just type fairy tales into this thing? Rapunzel. What about, Snow White? Thing? 7 dwarves? Dwarves? Thing? What about dragon? Nothing. What about sword? Nothing. What about church? Nothing. What about dog? Shrek? You think I should type Shrek? Correct. Shrek 2. Happily ever after. Darn it. Let's see. Hansel and Gretel? Oh, nothing. What about king? What about prince? We got something.
I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become more yourself.
That's real.
Simon was my prince, and that hasn't changed.
Hasn't.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper.
Oh, we should search Princess Diana.
Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things.
The one with the hair down is Eve, I think.
We were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Oh, divorce. Okay, let's look up divorce and Princess Diana. So the thing with these two is that the woman with her hair down is theoretically Eve. The woman with her hair up is theoretically Hannah. But I don't want to put too much stock into that because that's a really good way to just train your audience to think one person is one person, the other person is the other person, and then switch it on you. Of course, so we want to keep our minds open, but we also want to retain all the information we've learned so far. Let's look up Diana. I guess we've already seen all that. Divorce. Okay, so they never wanted to get divorced. Assets. House. Because they own a house. Got house, we got a hit.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Okay, so they're asking if they can come to her house to search it. She said yes, but phone around to make sure that I'm there.
I wasn't in the house.
Weren't in the house? He wasn't in the house. Did we search attic? We did. What about basement? What about the opposite? Nothing. Ah, wait, what do British people call basement? What is the word for basement for the British? Do the British have basements? Oh, cellar. Thank you. Thank you, Charlie. Welcome in. Hi, Karakai. Welcome. Oh, there's a ton for cellar. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There's a ton.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought.
Simon's
I think it was
parents.
something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby.
She lost a baby.
There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff, stuff we never needed and
Nursery?
never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place.
What?
I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went
That's a
straight to the
flashlight.
back, and that's when I saw the bin bags.
Bin bags? Bin bags.
Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed and that's when I called the police.
I'm sorry? Simon's body or another body? Okay, keep talking, lady.
No. The whole thing
Keep
was
talking.
wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen, you can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there.
Mushrooms.
The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
Hi, Anubis. Okay, so a lot of new words to look up here, hotties, but let's get through the cellar clips a little bit at a time.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. Only worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out.
There was blood? Hi, Insomnia, hi!
I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral.
It's gotta be Simon. Okay, cremation. Is it, maybe it's a cat? Maybe it's not Simon? Maybe they're trying to lead us astray?
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered.
What?
We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone.
Her clothes?
We took him down to the cellar.
Took him down?
We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger.
What?
Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it.
I'm sorry, what is going on?
That was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Okay, so, oh boy, we're getting scary ghosts. So, the watch, remember at the beginning where she's like, his watch stopped, so I couldn't have been there because I was, look, his watch is at this certain time, so I guess that absolves me because I couldn't have been there. Yeah, he was wearing an expensive watch that Eric gave him, and at one point she was like, she implied that the watch was stopped when she said, oh, it's that, I guess that clears me then when she looked at the watch. Yeah, where's her lawyer? I don't know. Okay, so we've got a couple new words. Parents. What? How's it going down there? You done? Oh. I can't enter a message. Yes. No. I can only say yes or no. Okay, I'll hang a bit longer. Buzz when you're ready. Who is SB? Oh. Hey, you done? No. Okay, take your time. Okay. Can I call them a third time? Hi, finished? No. Again? Oh. Okay, so that's not really changing. We can chit-chat! Chit-chat. Okay, so now we have chit-chat available to us. That's good. Okay, search parents. Oh my god, we have 3!
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Okay. Oh, I don't like that face. It's getting clearer.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
Oh, it's an option to give our final verdict. You guys think so?
Then my parents died.
Well, we haven't uncovered the clips yet.
It was the worst year of my life. The miscarriage and then my parents.
Yeah, 8 months is really tough. Maybe the baby survived? Okay, let's see. Cremation. Oh, there's a new one.
Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight.
The baby is not the killer. Oh gosh. I don't know why those lights are appearing. Okay. So now, what if I search nursery? Oops. Nursery. Nothing. What if I search ring? She has a wedding ring, right?
No. No, he wasn't wearing his wedding ring.
Okay, so he wasn't wearing his wedding ring. Where did it go? What if we just type in wedding? Ooh, there's some we haven't seen. You think I should search sandwiches? The baby's ghost is not the killer.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay.
Okay, Come Back and Stay is probably...
a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it.
Oops. I might have cut that short. Sorry about that.
Call it that, but
Come Back
we were both
and
happy to get married.
Stay.
It was a beautiful wedding.
I wrote it down.
We
I'm
had
not
our first
searching
dance
sandwich.
to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us, huh?
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again.
Okay.
I stayed in the attic. It was hard.
Maybe the attic is a reference to her brain. Maybe the attic's not real.
In case anyone started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers.
What?
Drunk guys I'd met in clubs.
What?
Parks and alleyways.
Huh?
I was 17.
What?
It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us.
What?
I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes.
She doesn't like mirrors, I know that.
We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it.
They're codependent.
We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
That was the plan, huh? So it obviously didn't go to plan. Okay, so... Hotel in Brighton. What other words do we got? Hi, Sam, welcome! Hi, everybody! Welcome in. I'm sorry about the hiccups. I'm really sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I apologize. I hope it's not too annoying. Okay, so... Come back and stay. That's their wedding song, right? Okay, so it's only mentioned there. What about just stay?
Can you imagine? I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. Because it was so many boys, men. My body refused.
Boys?
I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill.
Okay, so their periods stop. Okay.
Felt like Hannah really fucked things up.
So Hannah's pregnant at this point.
Separate paths. We had become different.
So Hannah's pregnant at this point, and so when you're pregnant, you don't get your period anymore. And so she says that her period also stopped. So that's another physical thing where it makes it seem like maybe they're the same person. But period. Tell me.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull out Hannah's to match.
Oh, yikes.
Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face. Gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me.
Oh,
she
no.
Too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days.
Well, that's another hint at them being the same person.
She snapped a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies were synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day.
That's not how twins work.
Stomach bugs, nits.
That's more than twins. That's not how twins work. Twins, I know for a fact, I was friends with a pair of twins in high school, and they started their cycles on different days. Guys, I think she's the same person. I think it's the same body but two people.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right?
Wait, you said you got pregnant from the hotel night. I'm not searching those words you just said.
I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods.
3?
3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. I waited for our birthday and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
No. I don't think she was. I can't tell who that person is in the... Hi, Goofy, welcome in. Hi, how are you, cuties? Good to see you. We're solving a mystery. Yeah, it's me, Fedora Guy. Welcome in. Sorry about my hiccups, Goofy. For some reason, YouTube and Twitch are both having hiccups. Has yours been acting up? Hi. We could just search pregnant. Oh my gosh, there's 2 we haven't seen yet. Okay.
Yes.
Inform me. My ears are open, all 4 of them.
Oh, I was sick again. This happens some days.
It's been weird? Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Oh,
she's pregnant right now?
morning sickness.
But Simon's gone. No way. She's pregnant as they're interviewing for her husband's murder. She's pregnant with his baby.
No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
When is their birthdays? When is your birthday?
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see... What is she talking about?
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
What? Oh, it's a picture of her birthday. Okay. And maybe it wasn't a big party? Or something? Maybe it was like a smaller party?
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
Oh, so they're commenting on how she looks probably in the photo. She looks kind of pissed. Maybe?
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of Eggs Benedict.
Ooh, I love Eggs Benedict.
We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday.
The children?
Home.
Oh, because she's a
The
teacher,
birthday
right?
meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
So Simon is celebrating both of their birthdays with them. I think that's what I'm getting from this. Simon is celebrating their birthdays with them, but they both have different reactions. Maybe? Hi, Eli, welcome in. Hi. Had some fried green tomatoes, eggs, Benedict. Ooh, that sounds good. They are twins? I don't think they're twins. I think they're different. I think they're different people inside the same body. I'm almost positive it's DID. Also known as multiple personality disorder. What if she's innocent and the baby... We've already covered this. The baby is not the murderer. Shut up. The baby's not the murderer. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't even think that baby exists. Okay. Yeah, no, I know they have the same birthday, but what I'm saying is he's celebrating it with both of them differently, separately. 2 birthdays. Or maybe 1. It sounds like 1 because this girl says that she looked pissed in her birthday photo. And then this girl says that she was pissed. There was a reason for that. They were arguing about the baby. So again, it could be the same. Anyway.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends. Have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
What? What is blitz? Hey, can somebody translate? Hey, I think her idea of blitz and my idea of blitz are just a little bit different. Hey, guys, what? Hey, British people, what does blitz mean? I know, like, the blitz, like in 1944. Oh, what does she mean? Clean? Okay. So she cleaned the house on Saturdays. Hi, thank you for the 5 super. We probably heard most of them by now, but baby might be an important search. I think we did try baby, didn't we? Oops. Oh, I did baby. Oh, we didn't. Baby with a backslash.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us.
We moved in with Eric's mom and... Oh, no. Simon's.
It was a nice change. Time to myself. Living there for those months. Full of hope.
Okay. So she liked living with Simon's parents.
Yes.
Hannah did.
It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
So she hadn't decided if she was going to keep the baby or not. Okay, so we searched baby. What about eggs? Benedict. What about just Benedict? No? What about... priest? Nothing. What about confession? Confess! Nothing. Confess. Okay, we've already got that one. Blitz is when you go swimming in the magic water orb and throw around the blitz ball with your friends. It's not that. It's not that. How many babies are we at? 3. Yeah, so there's... Hannah got pregnant once, and then they lost the baby. And then Hannah thought she was infertile from that. And then Eve got pregnant with Simon, and we don't know what happened to that baby. We don't know. We still haven't been told outright. And then when we're interviewing her, she says she's pregnant right now. So it could still be Eve's baby from Simon. Or the baby's gender. Oh, daughter or son? That's true. We should look up daughter. Son. Tell me everything you know about the Benedictine months. All I know is that Benedict, calling somebody a Benedict is like calling them a traitor. Because of this one guy. I think Benedict Arnold, maybe? No, not Arnold. Calling somebody a Benedict is like an old-fashioned way of calling them a traitor. Or a turncoat. I don't know where it comes from. That's all I know. Okay, so... what if we just write traitor? Nothing. It was Benedict Arnold? Oh, okay. Hi, Kawaii. Welcome and it's good to see you again. Hi. Psychiatrist? Ooh, that's a good one, Rio. Also, hi. Psychiatrist. It's a hard one to spell. Did I spell it right? Maybe I'll just type bin bag. Bing bag. Bing bang. Bin bag. Bin bag means trash bag. Okay. So, what if we just type corpse? Nothing. What if we just type body? Oh. There's more.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman.
So she should have a bruise.
The body.
But there's none. What? Oh, did I cut it off accidentally?
I found the body.
She's looking at her nails. Uh-oh, she doesn't look suspicious.
His body. It did not real.
What?
His throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick.
Oh, let's search glasses. Glasses. Man, yeah, the outfits mean something. I just don't know what. He doesn't always wear the glasses. Okay, nothing about the glasses. I know that the outfits tend to mean their personalities, right? Like, Hannah clearly likes these blouses. Hannah always wears short sleeves. Oh, I think Hannah always wears short sleeves. Hannah always wears short sleeves. And then Eve wears long sleeves to cover her tattoo. No, because then that's Hannah. Maybe? I don't know. One of them has a tattoo. We know that much. What if I search... what else can I search? Torch, ring, cremation. Okay, let's try and think abstractly. What is something that relates to a red rum? Wallet. What about silver?
Well, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days.
Hmm.
He made the mirror and he gave it to me.
Oh, he made... Oh, so Simon made a mirror for her out of silvered glass. Ah. No, not vampire. Search for murder. Yeah, let's just search for murder. That doesn't do anything. Right, death? Okay. Oh, we got 2 new ones on death.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms.
Oh, that's right.
They said it was the mushrooms.
We should search mushroom.
It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone.
He's talking about her parents' death, I think.
And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Except you, probably. She smiled. Did you see that smile? I'm sorry. Excuse me.
No one had any reason to hurt them.
What was that about? I'm sorry? She was like trying to hold back a laugh. It wasn't actually a smile. It was like she was trying to hold something back. Benedict Arnold was one of the main generals in the U.S. Revolution, but he didn't get along with the other leaders, and he wound up defecting to the British. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed. Was still pretty sick of the STD.
We should search
And
STD.
I came down one morning and they were dead.
What?
They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot.
Oh, God. That's a horrible way to go.
Slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate.
Yeah, but her dad's really good at mushrooms.
Dad was a mushroom expert.
Uh-huh.
He used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognize them.
So then he wouldn't intentionally poison himself and his wife.
And there's no way he would have picked death caps.
Okay, we gotta search death caps too.
But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. If somebody dies, if two people die, like a couple dies in their home, an elderly couple dies in their home from throwing up too much because of mushrooms, the police would still search the house. You would still search the house. You wouldn't just not search. So they would have found her attic. Death caps, plural. Nothing. Okay. Okay, so nothing with that. That's so suspicious. I think she killed her parents, guys. I think Then her adopted mother fell. Yeah, so Eve's adopted mother fell down the stairs. But Hannah's parents are the ones we're talking about. They look like a grimace. Yeah, I think regardless, I think she was holding something back. Usually when people, like, extend their mouth like that, it means they're trying not to say something. When you do a lot of mouth movements without saying anything, it means you have something on your mind or you want to say something. Pretty shoddy constabulary. Yes. Her parents didn't even know Eve existed. What do you mean he taught us? Well, at this point, I think there's a lot of language going back and forth. If they are twins, there's a lot of language. They're very codependent. And both Hannah and Eve say us a lot. And they talk about how, like, you know, one of them got a bruise, so the other one gets punched in the eye to mimic that same bruise. It makes me think that any information they learn, they pass between each other. There is an argument to be made that it's not a strong argument, but any information they would learn, they would pass between each other, including the death cap. Are we trying to solve? No, we're trying to solve Simon's murder. But there's like a whole other part to this. Okay, so let's think about things that are tangentially related. We should also think about things that aren't related. Let's try STD real quick. Nothing. Let's try... Sometimes a shot in the dark is worth it. This.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Had enough coffee for today. I've noticed that the cups are kind of playing into it. Yeah, like here she's got water. Here she's got presumably a cup of coffee. So maybe one of them drinks a lot of coffee, the other doesn't. Yeah, she's got 2 cups right here. I think every time we see 2 cups, it's with Hannah. Has the floral blouses on. So this is probably Hannah. Maybe? Maybe? Let me just write that down just in case. Possibly Hannah. Okay, what if we just go through all the 4 elements? Water, fire, earth, air, fender, Nothing. Okay. Fender. Music. Guitar. Yeah, we already found that one. We found singing. Key. Clothes. Oh. There's two we haven't seen.
When will the police let me back in the house? And they let me take a bag of clothes with me, but...
Say what?
When will the police let me back in the house?
Hi,
They let me
BK.
take a bag of clothes with me, but...
Bag of clothes with me. Okay. So maybe that explains why she's wearing the same outfits over and over again, because they're searching her house right now. I have asked you, did we ever search weapon? I don't think we did. We can try that next.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked.
Simon and her?
She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror.
Another one.
Just
Two
like
mirrors.
the one he'd given her earlier.
So there's two mirrors.
That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her.
Oh!
So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open.
Oh! Yeah, that's how the body was found. So Hannah was acting as Eve. But is that the truth? We don't know. These two are unreliable narrators. Yeah, there's nothing for weapon. What about shard? Mirror. Yeah, we've already found everything for mirror. Settings. Okay. So how? Blood? I've heard enough. Guilty. This clip, she's not even there.
Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records?
Oh, they're trying to determine... Oh, we got 50% of the database accessed. Hey, guys, we're officially at the 50% mark. Okay, so they took her blood. So presumably, if it's the same body but two personalities, they'll have the same blood type. But twins also have the same blood type. I believe so, right? Yeah, world's most unreliable narrator. Play.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay, not very specific. Did say happened to me and not us.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon.
3? Wait, did she say it was 3?
On the floor. Like I said before, it was 3,
3?
something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been...
Yeah, we know that by the mirror shard.
There was a lot of blood.
A lot of blood.
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear the seagulls. Dead. Okay. Ah, scary.
She was sat behind him.
No, not a triplet.
She had my wig on. And she'd been there all day.
Okay.
And she had blood on her.
That's creepy.
And she was in shock.
Okay, so after Hannah killed him, she was in shock for a long time. Okay, do you guys know, actually, speaking of twins, do you guys know about chimerism? You guys know about chimerism? So, actually, it's possible for babies, actually, my initial thing I wanted to tell you guys about here. Let me get the music out of the way first. Oh, I didn't even try love. Okay. So, chimerism, the music is too distracting, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna play a sad clip.
Thanks.
So it stops playing the
Please
music.
find Simon. I love him so much.
Then she grabs her purse and immediately leaves. Okay.
No. I mean, he was... Everyone loves Simon. He was so nice to everyone. He loves me.
Okay. You say so.
Cute. He must love them very much.
Oh, she's looking at the detective's
What age is
kids. Okay, okay. Now there's no music. I can finally tell you guys. Okay, so, chimerism, right? There is a possibility that, a very slim possibility, that when a mother gives birth, the DNA of her children will not be the same DNA as the mother. Now, most of the time, humans, when they reproduce, when they have babies, half of the DNA is from the mom and half is the dad, right? But sometimes, very rarely, a woman who has given birth to a child that child gets DNA tested, and her DNA does not match the baby's DNA. The father's DNA matches, but the mother's does not. So, how could that be possible, right? This woman gave birth to this child, and like, you know, it came from her womb and stuff like that. So, chimerism. In the womb, something can happen with fetuses where they are twins. They start out as twins, like they split, the egg splits and everything. And it starts forming identical twins or fraternal twins. But the baby can absorb the cellular mass of the other baby, and at very early stages. And that means that some body parts in the baby that comes out, only one baby comes out. And that means some body parts of the baby that comes out have different DNA profiles from the rest of the body. So there was this one case of this woman that gave birth, and her kids did not have her DNA. And so they ran some tests, and apparently she was a chimera in the womb, which means you absorb your twin, or what would have been your twin. You absorb it, and so the different sets of DNA occur in different parts of her body, and her womb, the DNA for her womb, was completely different from the rest of her body. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that so wild? Yeah, actually, thank you for the glasses. No, the baby cannot be convicted for murder. No. Anyway, yeah, so that's a very rare, on occasions, humans will just do wild stuff like that. Human genetics, man. Yeah, science is really neat. Very true. Yeah, so like the hospital that tested her babies was like, they thought she was a kidnapper. And so they were like, all right, she's pregnant. So during the next birth, you need to sit there. They had to get like a police witness to sit there and watch the baby be born and then have it immediately tested. Isn't that so crazy? That's so wild. Okay, so we did love. What about hate? Nothing. What about ocean? What about sea? What about... yeah, we tried twin. Yeah, we've done twin. We've done most obvious words. The rubbish bin. Rubbish. Rubbish bin. Let's see. Let's just start naming some really British words. Q. Crumpet. The Queen. Lori. Nothing? Pub. Oh! We got... Ah! See? My methods work.
No, not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two.
Fish and chips.
Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of
He drinks wine with food. Okay.
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
Okay. Interesting that in this clip there's a water glass here and a coffee glass. A coffee styrofoam cup right here too.
Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
Why? I don't understand that smile.
Doesn't make sense.
Sense. Okay, yeah, should we search more British words? Bugger. Gubna. No, okay. Tube. Hold on, let me get tube. Tesco? What is a Tesco? Wanker. Tea? Okay. Oh! There's a lot for tea. The British words coming in clutch again.
Could I have a cup of tea?
Okay, so she drinks a lot of tea.
A cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just 1 sugar.
Okay, cup of tea, 1 sugar.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer.
No answer.
I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left.
I'm gonna research key.
I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight in because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold.
Cold.
I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing.
This is very
upstairs to the
rehearsed.
bedroom, and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there.
She's like listing it
I
off.
had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor.
Doug and
And I
Eleanor.
decided to come and see you.
Those are new names.
Eleanor?
Doug. The thing is, like, she listed that off so quickly and efficiently. Most people when they describe their day or you ask them to describe their day, they have to take moments to think. I don't like how quickly she rattled all that off and with such succinctness. Okay, so we can search Doug and Eleanor after we watch the rest of these. Yeah, it's gonna be 12 clips of her asking for tea. Said that people are more likely to over-explain a chronology when they're lying. That is true, Sa. So hi, welcome in. If I didn't welcome you in, hi. May have been given that testimony. Oh, maybe.
Maybe a fresh cup of tea?
Okay, so she really does like tea.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The green lock was unlocked.
Correct.
I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left.
Okay, so they both know that.
Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack.
It's like the same
I
story.
shouted out.
It's the same thing.
I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle.
It's the
cold.
same story.
I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing.
Like at
I
the
walked
same
upstairs
time,
to the
same
bedroom.
beats.
He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there.
Oh.
Then I had a shower.
And then you lay
Whilst
down
I
on the
was in
bed.
shower, the phone rang.
It was Eric.
It was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it.
Uh-huh.
Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later, and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to
The
me.
delivery is completely
And then
different,
I
though.
remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again.
It's exactly the same words. It's the exact same words.
Parents, and then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
It's not just Hotties. It's not just that it's the same story. It's a different delivery, but the exact same words. Almost down to the so when people recall their day, right? So let's look at the one where she recalled her day.
Could I have a cup of tea?
Oh yeah, this is so
Okay.
this is June 30th.
I parked up in the street. It was
See?
busy, so I had to park down the end of the road.
June 30th. 1 day later, the next day, 1/7. So that's July, I think, because British time is different. So July 1st, literally the next day. No, June 30th is, so 30 days is in June, not 31. July is 31. June is 30th. So the next day, he has the same exact story, the same words, and like the same cadence. It's so crazy. I think they rehearsed. The stories just sound rehearsed. Like she's memorized this. Hi, 626. Thank you for the pats. Welcome in. Hi. Yeah, they hashed out the details together. I'm almost positive they did. Okay, so let's look up Doug and Eleanor. Those are Simon's parents. Ooh, lots from Doug.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's, and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Feel sorry for them. Okay.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone, and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school.
She works with kids.
Or not, just don't poison the kids.
Like you poisoned your...
It's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
Okay, I need to look up mushrooms, pressure, key, and school. She works at a school, so we haven't asked her about that yet.
I hoover, I dust every week.
A hoover.
Maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day, you know, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front.
No, I don't. That's a British thing, I assume?
She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack.
Simon's parents are still
All
alive.
those years.
Hers are not. Hers died from mushroom.
And she still has a secret like that.
I mean, if you smoke, there's not a lot of you can do to hide it from your significant other. They're gonna smell it on you.
1984 was an awful year in the end.
Literally
We were living
1984.
at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer.
Yikes.
It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful.
Discovered the
Because
bodies?
of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police.
No, she was there.
Forensic entomologist. I had to
Eve was
look
in
that
the
up.
attic and then came down and saw
It
them.
was because of the heat. It's just awful.
So she must have not been there. Okay, so Eve said she saw them because they had thrown up everywhere. So did Eve just leave them in the heat? Did Eve just like leave them for the police to find? And they decomposed? Like for days? The heat? Yeah, I think attic might mean brain, guys. Okay, so that's Doug. What about Eleanor? Ooh, there's one extra one with Eleanor.
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
Uh-oh. We got an achievement that says spilt coffee, and then it says frick, but like the bad word.
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day.
What's this about?
Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
Okay. Don't know what the point of that was. Maybe just a fun little Easter egg. She was grown up when her parents died. Why was she adopted? Okay, so the twin story goes like this. If the twin theory is correct, the twin theory is that Hannah's mother gave birth to twins, but the midwife, one of them died in childbirth, quote unquote. And so the midwife lied about the dead child and then took the dead child home and raised it as her own. And the midwife lived right across the street from Hannah's parents. So Hannah grew up as a single child. The midwife has Eve. Eve is the baby who grows up. And then eventually Eve pushes the midwife, who is her mother, down the stairs. And the midwife dies. And then Eve goes next door to Hannah's house because she saw somebody who looked exactly like her next door. So she goes across the street next door to Hannah's house. And Hannah basically hides Eve in the attic. And Eve grows up there in the attic of Hannah's house. So that is the twin theory. Theoretically, that's how the twins come to be. So we don't know if that's true. It is a very far-fetched story. A lot of stuff doesn't really add up there. You know? Yeah, Rapunzel. I mean, welcome in. How you been? Long time no see. I hope you've been well. She hated when her parents called her Eve. I don't think so. I don't remember that. Okay, so let's look up mushrooms. Mushroom. Nothing. Let's look up school, because she works at a school. Got something.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mom worked there before I was born.
This is Hannah.
I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Okay, so she didn't want to work a register because she's shy. What if they were twins and one of them was killed the other and developed a traumatic... Oh! That could be interesting. Okay. What about this one?
Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. And got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
Why does she look so like... What was that about? Okay. She looked a little resentful. Let's see. Pressure. Mention some sort of pressure. Maybe Hannah's on the back of Eve's head like Voldemort. I don't think so. I'm gonna say no to that one. Yeah, it's a very fairy tale story. I'm glad to hear that, meme. Take care of yourself, okay? Make sure you get enough to eat and drink. Yeah. Hi. Okay, so... What about a vase? What about a vase? What about... Cigarette? Tobacco. Nothing? Okay, so if her dad was really good at mushrooms, should we look up other types of mushrooms? Things relating to mushrooms? Mountain. Forest. Amanita. Take. Matsutake. Nothing. Enoki. Oops. Enoki. I tried. Oh, we already searched for Crumpet. Greg's. What's Greg's? What if we just do store? Nothing. What about... Yeah, we can do bus. Bus. Nothing. Oh, just one, but we've seen that already. What about just doll? We've searched doll house, but what about doll? Okay. Not doll. Bob Dylan, hospital. Fleetwood Mac? Fleetwood macaroni and cheese? Nothing. The shops, is that what you call them? Shops. Okay. I've already seen that one. What about just life? Whoa! We got 3 new ones!
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? Isn't that private?
Yeah. But we gotta know, I guess.
Are you married? How is your sex life?
You really fired back on that one.
So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Got married when she was 17. Okay, so she put fairly average in quotes. Let's see. Words that people are likely to say. Yeah, what about just kill? Oh, we didn't look up kill. Alright.
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Okay, so we already know it's Hannah who killed him. Probably. I think this is Hannah getting defensive.
I mean, what if they were crazy? I mean, why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him?
Bro, I don't know. That's the question I'm asking you. Nothing? What about prison? What about... I guess we gotta go back to more British things, huh? What about... Yeah, wowzers. She got a little bit fired up about that one, huh? Maybe the... Okay. Whoa! Wait, the actually worked! Whoa! We got one we haven't seen.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
The phone. Yeah, we've already searched phone. Flavor. Color. Color. Flavor. Wow, it feels weird to type it with a U. That feels wrong. Fancy? Fancy. Oh, there's one for fancy, but we've already seen it. Let's see. What do they like? Beef? British like beef, right? Beef and potatoes. 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 What else do the British like? Glaziers? We already tried that, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I guess we didn't. Good catch.
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the glaziers.
And they got married very shortly afterwards. You know that much.
No. Everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier. He doesn't have much money. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, what did she say?
No. Everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier. He doesn't have much money. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, she's asking... Oh, motive. Have we searched motive? Yeah. So the problem is that we can only search words that she's been saying herself. So we can't just search like, what's her motive? But guess. What about question. Oh!
Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday.
Okay, so she remembers yesterday.
This is the third day running you've called me in. I speak to Doug and Eleanor every day. And they say you've been asking a lot of questions about me.
Mm-hmm. That's
Should
what
I be
police do.
worried? Am I a suspect?
Girl. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so yesterday...
Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday.
So this is July 1st, and so 6:30 would be yesterday. Was that a different... Yeah, 6:25. There was one that said 6:30. Yeah, so she's dressed up. This is Hannah, but she looks like Eve. This is Hannah. She remembers yesterday. Play.
Rehearsed?
Yes.
You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer.
No, your story was very rehearsed.
Is that your evidence?
Yes.
Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about.
Yeah, but the words were the exact same words both times. No ums, no stops, no different words. You use the exact same words every time. Yeah, you think you can fool me? I don't think so. We never looked up story.
Yes. Like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
Oh, should we look up cheated? Okay.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him. Because that's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die.
I think she's looking at an image of a woman standing over her husband with a knife.
It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
Okay, so she's kind of reframing all of this in her own head. Okay, let's do cheated. Oh! Got 2 new ones.
No, I have never been unfaithful. I've never cheated on Simon.
Never cheated on Simon, huh? MDK, thank you for the 5! Always trust the sleuthy nose of a wolf. Boss sense murder even before it happens. Man, I wish I had that superpower. I would save a lot of people that way. Thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate that, MDK. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Happy Sleuthy Tuesday.
You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone.
That's Hannah.
Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for.
So the baby is... Oh, because she's pregnant.
Why are you trying to make me sad?
I'm
so obsessed with sex and affairs.
I don't know.
You cheated on your wife.
Oh!
Is this your thing?
I guess we should just look up this, huh? Yeah. Baby is all grown up? Think so?
No. You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
What? Okay, so Hannah's obviously a bit more prudish than Eve. Let's see. There's obviously like a very difference in their personality when it comes to guys. You know? Eve is like, yeah, I slept with a bunch of guys, and then Hannah's like, no. Hi MPK. Yeah, the stream is a bit wonky over on the purple site, but the red site is still up. Yeah. You guys want to take a gander over to the red side? What if I just search Jedi? Sith. Okay. Hi, Kieran. You dozed off? Yeah, you can get lost really easy in this game. What if I search baby? What if I search toddler? Okay, so what if I still don't know what this game is about, guys. There's a game here that we can... Wait, the game disappeared! Huh? Guys! The game is gone! Guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I put it too far down and now I can't bring it back up. Uh-oh. I can't bring it back up. I put it too far down. No! No! Oh, there we go. Ooh. Okay, I got it again. Phew. Newborn. Beach. Oh, nothing about the beach. So Simon is definitely dead. And we know that Hannah cut his throat. Oh! One we haven't seen.
On his throat.
Yeah.
How?
What do you mean how? You were the one that did it. What do you mean how? Cut.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself.
Yeah, we searched blood.
I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that.
Bread knife?
My reflection would always leave her house and go on an adventure.
What?
Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
And a lot of time... Okay, so Eve spent a lot of time reading books. Poison? One we haven't seen.
At the time they said it was poison. Food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't.
That was a weird... It keeps touching her neck. Yeah, so this is in 94, and it's 2026 right now. Oh, maybe, yeah, this is enough time for the baby to grow up. Yeah, she's talking about the mushrooms. Let's see. Ah!
I think when I drove back, it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3.
Okay, so she says she got home at 3.
I think so. I mean, to get into our garden, we'd have to climb through other gardens. All the gardens back onto each other, so you'd have to climb over 1, 2, 3 gardens to get to ours. I mean, did anyone see anything? Did anyone see anyone come and go? An intruder?
No. Maybe? Intruder. Garden. No, the baby's not a ghost. Reflection? We got one.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection.
Hmm.
The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books.
Oh, she never had a party.
And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
Hmm. Well, she could have done that in a mirror. Yeah, I think we searched blonde, but not wig. Ooh, we got 3 for wig.
A wig? You mean... But what type of wig?
Blonde. Blonde wig.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
She asked that again. Wait a minute, wait a minute.
A wig? You mean...
1544.
But what type of wig? No, I've never
They asked
worn a
her...
wig. What kind of wig?
Yeah, they asked her a minute apart and she doesn't remember? Oh, maybe she switched.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
Maybe she switched maybe this is like Eve and Hannah.
A wig? You mean...
That's Hannah.
But what type of wig? No,
And this is a minute
I've
later.
never
This
worn
is
a wig.
seconds later.
What kind of wig?
She keeps asking the exact same. I think that's when they switched. Yeah, when will you wear wigs? I think they switched there. I'm almost positive she has DID. Let's see.
This was 9, about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry. The kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. Argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise.
Mm.
I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she wore a wig when she
was
performs.
tired of fighting and I left.
Oh, she wears a wig. Hottie, she wears a wig when Eve wears a wig when she performs at the club. 'Cause she's a singer, right? Maybe that's why Simon didn't recognize her, because she is blonde, but her face is exactly the same. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe? Let's search bruise. Oh, we've got one extra one.
Bruise? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. I mean, it hurt like hell.
So she got punched. So Eve punches Hannah because they have a fight. But then Hannah says it's because she slipped and fell from a chair. Yeah, it makes it a little bit more believable he didn't recognize her. But like, just because somebody changes their hair color doesn't mean you wouldn't recognize your wife's face. You know what I mean? At least I like to think. I like to think that if somebody gets married to someone else, they'll recognize their face, even if, and like their body language and their mannerisms, and even if they have a wig on. Is that too idealistic? He drunk? No, I don't think so. He didn't have a drinking problem. Let's see. Bruise. What else do we got? What about a hat? What about a jaunty hat? Maybe Simon was faceplant? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Maybe Simon was unbelievably stupid. What if we just put stupid? We got 2!
There's married couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
That's true. But Simon did hit her. Maybe that's the bruise?
That sounds suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important.
Huh?
It's different now.
Now he's dead in the basement. Yeah, why would she want to distract us from the fact that Simon was in the basement? Argue? We got a hit. We got a hit,
When
hotties.
you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help.
Oh, he's
Tries
nice.
to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about it.
At least she admits it. We're both passive aggressive. We're both passive. Okay, did he really hit her? Not.
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them.
Them?
Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car.
Taxi.
My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay.
Yeah, A&E means
fine.
hospital.
Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering.
Of course she doesn't answer. She's you.
I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
Oh, and that's why, I think that's why she helped her get rid of the body. Well, helped in quotation marks. Because Hannah, remember she got back and then she said that Hannah was just sitting there behind him in a pool of blood, looking in like she was shocked, like in shock. So the entire time she drove up to Glasgow, sorry. I think maybe she drove up to Glasgow. They're the same person. So Hannah, the personality, so here's what happens. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive now, that these two women share the same body. So she has dissociative identity disorder, or as it was used to be called, multiple personality disorder. I think Hannah, when she kills Simon, she goes into like a state of shock, and so then Eve takes over. And Hannah is basically left there in the living room, and Eve drives up to Glasgow, and then she's still pregnant. She accidentally hit something because she's so like frazzled, and she's a bad driver. She goes to get it checked at the hospital, comes back, and then decides to help Hannah clean up. And then that's when that's when Hannah gets woken up, jolted back. And then they work together. Have we tried demon? No, I don't think it's demons, guys. A&D. Emergency room. Are there any records? I would love to see some records. Evidence? I think we did. Yeah, we did evidence. If it's DID, how do you explain the tattoo? I think she just always hides it with long sleeve shirts. I think she hides it with long sleeve shirts. And I think this Hannah right here, the one that plays the guitar and has the tattoo, I think this is Hannah finally accepting that they're gonna be together forever, and she's accepting her Eve side, so she's not hiding it anymore. But look, like even this shirt, it's just barely enough to cover the tattoo. Even though she wears short sleeves. Oh, well that one she doesn't have a tattoo on. She must have gotten a tattoo between 6/25 here. So like in the 5 days that she was being questioned, she must have gotten a tattoo. I don't think this tattoo is early. I think this is a late tattoo. I think she got this tattoo after Simon died. Have you tried time-traveling baby ghost? What about ghost? Ooh, the music changed when I searched ghost. That's kind of spooky. Spooky. Okay, how much of the database have we found? Wow, there's still quite a lot. One volume is missing. Okay. Just time? Maybe Chuck E. Cheese? That'd be cool if Chuck E. Cheese actually worked. Oh, time! We missed one in time.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Yeah, they got married really young. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. What about name? We've already tried name. I just wanted to see. I wanted to see if there was anything with the different numbers. Yeah, personality? Nope. What about just DID? No, because did is an actual word. Multiple? Nope. Here? Guilt? No, nothing for guilt. What about innocence? What about lawyer? Oh! We got new ones for lawyer. We cannot search dates. We can only search things she says.
Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
She seems really pissed.
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
Oh, now all of a sudden, she was so eager to lawyer up on the second, and now all of a sudden on the third, she's like accepting it.
Yes, no lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for?
Accepted she's being arrested. What about disposal of the body? Nothing? Firm. Identity? No. Yeah, I wonder what she named the baby. Maybe it's Eve? We already searched Eve. We've searched a lot. But there's still big chunks that are missing. Order? No. Which? Oh, Ava! That's right. The baby's name is going to be Ava. Yeah. Kidnap? No, nothing there. There's one volume missing. There. No. Dot, dot, dot. Why is their tone changed? No. Okay, okay. So their tone hasn't changed. I'm just delusional. What if I just do chit chat? Nothing. Report? Childhood. Oh, we got one!
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Okay. Was there a Sarah? Was there? No. What about Nap? With kid at the front? Nap kid? No, nothing. What about food? You like food? What about cook? Does she cook food? What about eat? Did you eat the body? No. Retard. No. Car? I've already tried car. No, we haven't tried car. What? That's such a basic
I was
one.
in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too.
Yeah, because you killed him.
I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
Hannah killed him and you took the car.
I left the next day, Saturday.
Seems nervous.
Slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I...
Why? Uh-oh.
Is there a bin?
She's pregnant. Okay, so either she threw up because she's pregnant or because thinking about cleaning up the body made her throw up. Blarf. Hi, readers. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. How are you today? Hi. British people call the trunk the boot. That's so silly.
Yeah.
Call it the trunk.
I pulled over and slept in the car.
Like normal
This was
people.
just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
Okay, so maybe I try boot. Nothing. Ooh, I'm so deep in this mystery. Mystery. What about missing? Nothing. What about person? We have to think about words. Oh, that she would say.
Suicide? No. I mean, he would never do anything like that. He is not the kind of person to do anything like that. I mean, to hurt himself? No.
Okay, so she doesn't believe it's the big S.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm quite a private person and I didn't want to get into the detail of the argument.
Okay. We haven't tried the big S. Okay, no. Yeah, she has a nervous tick. I noticed that too. Yes and no. Yes and no. Doofus. Computer. Nothing. Okay, so let's put this together. While we think of different words, let's put this together. Let's put a timeline together. So, okay. So what I think happens is Simon pretty quickly discovers after they're married, Simon and Hannah get married. He discovers that his wife has multiple personalities. He would definitely notice because typically when people with multiple personalities switch their personalities, one personality tends to remember things. One personality tends to either see it very fuzzily. The personality that's in the back either sees it very fuzzily or they don't remember it at all. So it would be, he would have noticed that she doesn't remember basic things, or he would probably notice that she switches literal personalities. Her personality switches. And eventually, because they've been together for like many years, I assume, because she looks to be in like her late 20s, mid to late 20s, right? And they've been together since she was 17. So Simon and Hannah get married. He notices that she has different personalities. Then one night, he sees her at the club performing with her blonde wig. Oh, maybe they lose a baby. Before she starts performing, they lose a baby together, which is really traumatizing. And then he sees her performing in a blonde wig at a club, and he's like, oh, shoot. Either he doesn't know that's his wife, or he does know that's his wife. And so he starts having this sort of like little, I guess, affair. He thinks that maybe she's playing a game, or maybe this confirms his suspicions that they are really two people. And so they have their own affair, and now she's pregnant, and now Eve gets pregnant, right? And then something happens. I'm not sure what. Hannah's parents die before all that, and they lose the baby in the same year. And then maybe that's when her personality... No, because they talk about being together as children, so that's obviously not it. The personality must have developed sometime in childhood for some reason. Because they have such an extensive childhood history together, it wouldn't make sense for it to develop after the traumatic experience, right? You wouldn't just make up years worth of childhood memories. Anyway, or maybe she did. Maybe she retconned Eve in. Anyway, so she has a split personality. her husband, they quote unquote sleep together again, right? They make baby, and now she's pregnant again. Something happens. I'm not sure what. We still don't know the motive. I think maybe Hannah and Eve were struggling because Hannah thinks she can't get pregnant anymore. The Hannah personality thinks she can't get pregnant anymore, but the Eve personality is the one that is pregnant. So they kind of have like this dissociative, not dissociative, but they have this sort of split in the personalities that defies logic. Like, obviously, if they're sharing one body, they're both pregnant. But Hannah doesn't think it's her that's pregnant. She thinks Eve is the one that's pregnant. And so maybe so Hannah invites Eve to come live with her and Simon. And so that's the first time that Hannah invites Eve to come live with her and Simon. So maybe the pressure from Simon maybe ends up liking the Eve personality more. Perhaps that's very possible that Simon starts liking the Eve personality more, or maybe Hannah thinks that he likes the Eve personality more and starts getting more. I mean, we haven't searched jealous, have we? We have. Okay. So maybe she gets jealous, but there has to be an inciting incident. Maybe Simon tells Hannah, the Hannah personality, that he doesn't like her as much as Eve. Or something. And then maybe that causes Hannah to snap. He makes her the mirror. He makes her a mirror. In fact, he might make her two mirrors, one for Eve and one for Hannah. And he makes her the mirror to help her with her identity, maybe. In some way, I'm sure, because he's probably a nice guy, right? Trying to help her with her identity. And the mirror, they were arguing over something. The mirror is in her hand or nearby, and it crashes. And then she slits his throat with a mirror shard. And then she goes catatonic. And then Eve takes over the body, they switch. Hannah is still in her mind. She's still in the blood pool with Simon. She's still there. But Eve needs some space, quote unquote. So she drives up to Glasgow and then sleeps there. And then decides that Hannah is more important than Simon. And what that means is I think Hannah was debating whether or not she should turn Hannah in. Essentially herself. I think Eve was like, should I go to the police station and tell them what happened? Or should I help Hannah cover it up and pretend like everything's normal? And so in the end, she decides that instead of confessing, she wants to protect Hannah more. Right? And so she decides to come back to the house. And that means that Hannah wakes up and they work together to take Simon's body and hide it in the basement. In the cellar. They hide it in the cellar in some bin bags. And his throat is cut. And then they rehearse their story. And then Hannah or Eve, I think it's Eve. Eve goes to the police and reports him missing. I think that is the order of events. I know that's a crazy line to follow. I shouldn't use crazy, sorry. That's an absolutely wild line to follow. But I think that about sums up what's happening here. I'm confused what the inciting incident was. They just say it's an argument. Wait, there's an extra clip.
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, can't be in two places at once.
Well, you weren't in Glasgow. You said you went up after he died. Yeah, and he did glasswork, so it was extra special. I already tried confess, guys. Silly. I already tried a bunch of those words. Trust no one, not even yourself. Maybe we should just ask about self. What about yourself? What about, like, me? She barely ever uses the word me.
Sure, I think. I do all the bills and paperwork and handle all the money stuff, so it should be easy for me to find. Do you want them dropped off to you?
Okay, so she's talking about bills and things. She talked about Eve sitting behind Simon in shock. Maybe she saw her reflection in the mirror. Oh, maybe. Yeah, like maybe she sees Hannah sitting. She sees Hannah, but Hannah is just in the mirror. That's possible. But But then Eve is gone at some point. Or maybe Eve takes over? I don't know, because in 7-3, it's all Eve confessing. We don't get anything after that. Trauma. Trauma. Mirror lying in a pool of blood. Yeah. That's kind of a grim image, huh? Today, tomorrow, yesterday? Tomorrow. Yes, today. I don't know how much information those would give us. God, there's still so much that's missing. Okay, so at this point, I think we've exhausted everything we can think of. So what I would like to do is I would like to fill in all of these. So I'm going to use the time-honored tradition of the walkthrough. I don't want to miss any of these. But I think, from what I can gather, we've uncovered a lot of the story on our own, and I'm satisfied with that. These little bits I would like now just for completions. Watch the last video chronologically. Yes, this is the last... well, I don't know actually if we can do that. I haven't been adding clips to my sessions, so this is the last one we have chronologically.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please.
And now she wants to speak.
You have no murder weapon. You have nothing.
Nothing.
And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Okay. Search 100%. Okay, search terms. Useful search term tips. Okay, so keywords based on characters. I don't think we've gotten all of those. Keywords based on character. Yeah, she said the thing. The fact that both of their names anagrams ever mentioned. Yes, palindromes, technically. Okay, so we've searched Carl, Diane. Oh, Domino. We searched that. Eve, Florence, Hannah. Helen? Did we search Helen? Did. Peter. Sarah. Simon. Okay. Words based on the content of interview. Affair. We search affair? Oh, didn't.
An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair.
Okay. Arrest. Oh, there's a lot for arrest. How come I didn't search arrest?
Like I said,
That's like the most basic.
Something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
Drives too fast. That's Eve who drives fast and sloppy. Hannah's the safe driver.
This is where you take people when it's time to arrest them.
Oh. Yikes, she's on to us, hotties.
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Wait! That confirms it! The smonking gun of the smonking gun clip. There it is.
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Because remember, she said that Hannah was gone. Or Eve was gone. One of them is gone. The smonking gun clip. So this confirms... I think she might have killed one of her her multiple personalities. Yeah, she got herself. Yeah. Okay, what other search terms can we get? Okay. What other search terms? Affair, arrest, baby, black, book. Oh, we didn't search this.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Yeah, one of them likes sugar in their tea and one of them likes their coffee black.
Tastes fine to me. As long as it's black and strong, I'm good.
I think that's Eve. Oh, we got 75% of the database. Let's go.
Black, no sugar. Thanks.
Okay, so one of them likes black no sugar and one of them likes tea with sugar. No. Okay, blonde, we did that. Conference, we did that. Yeah, we did conference. Diary, I'm pretty sure we did that. Oh, fingerprints? Wait, we didn't do fingerprints. Yeah, we didn't do... Whoa! Look at all those.
Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before.
What about sugar?
I once put my hand in the oven.
Burn her hand in the oven.
Fingerprints.
She's just asking fingerprints.
Yes. Yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too.
Wait a minute.
Fingerprints in all those places.
Guys. Guys. I think fingerprints is the one piece of definitive evidence where it would have to, it would prove that she's the same person. You see what I mean? The fingerprints would prove that it's her without a doubt and that there was nobody else there. If they only found one set of fingerprints at the crime scene. Because Eve said she came back to help Hannah. So I presume that means she helped her clean up. But if she has multiple personalities, then that means it's the same person.
Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not
Nope.
sure how long they last for, but is that possible?
They have been my parents. Oh, did they find two pairs of fingerprints? Don't twins have the same? No, I think fingerprints are unique to each human.
Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking idiot.
Whoa.
Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, or if you collect Hannah and Eve's fingerprint. That's a good point. Oh, door. I didn't try really simple
Yeah,
thing.
I had to let myself in. The door locks if it swings too.
What does swings 2 mean? What does swings 2 mean? What does swings... I need a British translator. What does swings 2 mean? What does that mean? Yeah, she's being very combative. I think she's being confronted with the idea that they're two people in one body. And that's why she doesn't... I think she responds very poorly to evidence that that Eve doesn't actually have a body. No, fingerprints were invented. Fingerprints were used a long, long time ago. But DNA evidence is starting to catch up right around this time. 1994 is when DNA evidence... I think even before then. I want to say 1992 is when DNA evidence really starts becoming a thing. It's still very expensive in crimes, so I don't think they would have sprung for it for this case. But... Opens? Oh, the door opens. Okay.
I sleep on the right side of the bed as you come in from the door. You can tell because I have 2 pillows and he just has 1.
2 pillows, 1 for Eve and 1 for Hannah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Hannah likes 1 sugar in her tea and Eve likes coffee black. That's what I thought. So, what else can we look up that's very basic? Glass. I think we already did glass. Grace Kelly? Is that a term? Oh, yeah, because she was talking about the Princess of Monaco. That's right. Good. Apparently good is a word. Oh, there's one we didn't see.
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now.
Sad.
I'm staying at a friend's.
Okay. So Simon's parents, after he died, after he went missing, he offered her a place to stay and she said no. And she's staying at a friend's. Hair. We didn't look up hair, did we? We didn't.
What kind of hairs?
Blonde. If they found blonde hairs, that... Yeah, because they did find blonde hairs because of the wig. Yeah, what friend? They needed a stealth soldier, so I put my hands on the hibachi hot plate and burned my bloody fingerprints off. They shall not find me. Hairbrush. No, we're not looking that up. You guys are sick. Sick and twisted. Let's see. Keys. I think I looked up keys already. Oh, I must have not have.
Yes. I always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key.
Okay.
No, I don't think it was. I turned the key, but it was already unlocked.
Oh, but she's contradicting herself. Because later on they say that it was locked. Remember that story they repeated where you always have to turn the key to the left, otherwise it...
Yeah.
Remember?
They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed.
Yeah, so she wasn't there.
For days, no one had noticed.
She said, okay.
Awful.
Okay, so this confirms it.
It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
So Hannah wasn't aware that her parents were dead. So Eve must have killed Hannah's parents. I think, with the mushrooms. That's my theory. Hi, Doodle! Okay. Yeah, wig hair has no roots. That's also true. Okay, so... Ease? No. Apparently no is just a word. Oh! Oh!
No.
Sorry.
Yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
Except when you killed him. Well, you didn't, Hannah. Oh, so that's kind of poetic, isn't it? Not poetic. I mean, it's awful. But, like, Eve killed Hannah's parents, right? With the poison mushrooms. And then Hannah kills Simon. Interesting. So, like, Eve is framed as the one who has killed before, but then in the end, it's Hannah that... Not Eve. Yeah, somehow people around Eve keep disappearing. Hi, Madoshi, hi. Yeah, fingerprints. It's actually really interesting. Fingerprints have been used in criminal investigations. I believe since, like, I want to say, I'm not sure when exactly, but we're talking, like, really early on. 1600s, maybe even 15, maybe even going back further. Dusting. Yeah, dusting is a very old technique for that. Let's see. What else? Princess Diana, we searched that. Pregnant, definitely searched that. Stories. Oh. One we haven't seen.
Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
Are you sure? You guys spent your entire childhood making up stories. What are you talking about? Think. Okay, apparently think is one. We've already done that. Twins. Okay. Oh, apparently there's hidden videos, Hotties. We have to end our first run and there's hidden videos. That's why. Okay, okay. So there's videos that are hidden from us on our first run. Okay. I think we found everything we can. Any last words? Any last words you want to search? Or we... No, I'm not searching that. Hibachi. I'm gonna type in gyoza. Yummy. No, not Peebus Needle. Okay, alright. I think... Dates? Oh, there is one for searching dates.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me.
You asked Eve.
We had our first date at the Odeon in North End.
North End.
Risky business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper. And I was
What's a whisper?
Chocolate on my teeth.
What's a whisper? So British. What's a whisper? Is that like a Vespa? Elder Scrolls. Clock. Oh, there is one for clock. Whoa!
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I think the tattoo is a red herring. I think she got the tattoo after Simon dies, after she kills Simon. Okay, I think I'm done. Oh. Oh, that just goes back to the tile screen. Oops. What if I click log off? No, that's the same thing. Alright, what if I tell him I'm done? Hello? Paul? Yes, I'm finally done. We're done, Hotties. The mystery's over. Do you think you understand why your mother... You guys were right! Wispa's a brand of chocolate bar. Ah. You guys were right! Yeah! I'm the baby! I the baby! We the baby! We the baby. You think you understand why your mother did what she did? No. I don't understand. That's understandable, Sarah. You can always come back again. I'll be outside. Log off and meet me over the road. Hangs up. User's offline. Oh, the mirror game's in the rubbish. Still don't know what I'd do with this. If I just click around. Does this unlock anything? Ooh, that's a fun pattern. Can I just fill up the board? Ooh. What if we just fill up the board until one of them wins? What happens? This is symbolic. The purple is Eve and the red is Hannah. At least in my mind it is. I want to see what happens if we keep playing. Oh, so it's like checkers. Or Connect 4 or something? Uh-oh, all of the squares are getting filled up. Who will win? Who will win? Player 1 wins. Okay. Hack.info. Error game. Alright, I guess do we leave now? We leave? Yeah, like triple triad. Guess we quit. No, we log off. Sarah has logged off and crossed the road. Wow, the credits! Yay, we did it! We finished it! Yippee! We solved the, well, not really solved, but we know what happened at the very least. I still don't know the motive. I don't understand why Hannah snapped. All of a sudden. I don't understand that. But we figured out his body. We figured out how he died. But did we really? Did we really, Hotties? All we could do was believe what she said. Maybe that's not how it happened at all. Thank you for the hydrate, Kishi. I appreciate that. Yeah, we did it together, Hotties. Yeah! Make a good crime-fighting team, I think. Yeah, the credits overlaying 2 videos on top of each other, that's really freaky. Yeah, Hannah, she said she got mad Simon was giving the same gift to Eve. Oh! Oh! Was that why? Huh. You had a very different experience than I did going through this game? Yeah, so like that's the beauty of this game. is that everybody, I think, does it differently, you know, depending on what you search. That was so cool. Yeah, the stream dies every minute. I'm sorry. It seems like Purple Sight's struggling today. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be better. They made it deliberately easy to believe different interpretations. Yeah, there was so many ways you could have gone with it, but I'm almost positive it's dissociative identity disorder. I'm almost positive. Like, there's too many things that just seem a little bit too off, you know? There's too many... I would have liked to see, like... that's what I have liked to see. I guess physical evidence would have kind of ruined the mystery of this game, but I would have liked to see, like, you know, hospital reports. Sarah, if you're stuck, you could always try admin random or the unlock command. What? Oh. Okay, admin unlock or random? Admin unlock. Fury maximum now set to 15. Oh! Admin random. Random access. No, I've already seen that one. Admin random. Admin random. Does it really give me a random one each time? Oh, it does! Whoa! Crazy! Thank you for the 5 super! What a ride! Good game! Yeah! Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I couldn't have done it without you guys. This was a team effort. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Ikaj, thank you for the 5 super. What the heck? This was a super interesting game. Thanks for playing it, Vi. I was riveted the whole way. Yeah, me too! Thank you so much for the support. Honestly, I think you guys should play it for yourself. Even though now you know kind of what happened. The way that the game unfolds and the information is different depending on what you search. So I think you should give it a try, even if you know what happens.
No. I'm not sure what strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful.
Yeah, we can look up other keywords. So I'm gonna try and fill in as many of them as I can now. I think. So, suspect. Ah!
Okay. So you want to eliminate me as a...
That would be super great.
When you suspect someone of murdering their husband.
How did she know? Okay, nothing new in the big M. Oh yeah, now I can look at a whole bunch of them. What about mushroom? War? I meant hair. Admin. Random. Admin. Random. Kind of hard to type that every time. Oh, a new one.
No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me one.
What does she mean, the other detective? Oh, there's one we haven't seen!
I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just... it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like I had been with the other boys.
Cover your ears, hotties. You're too young for this. Cover your ears. I'm curious to see if she actually did have an affair. I guess not. Another tea video I've been. Yeah, detectives usually work in pairs. That's true. What about poison? Poisson. Tattoo. When? Think. Nothing new there. Wedding. Oh. Mirror. Mirror. I can't believe the mirror was the murder weapon. 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 One. Yeah, just mirror. What about kiss? Kiss, kiss, falling. Oh! There's 2 extras.
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing. Like we had before.
Hannah didn't want to share.
He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her.
Hannah didn't want to share.
It was like it was a different Simon. But
That's the motive, I think. I think you guys are right. I think she didn't want to share.
after the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people.
Oh, he was trying to prove to himself that we were different people.
He told me how his wife was completely different to me.
Yeah, because she is.
I almost burst out laughing.
Guys, this just confirms it. Yeah, you heard that Oran High School Host Club opening? Look that one in there. What about police? Ooh, there's a new one.
Must think it's very cool that their dad is a police detective.
Hey, you stay away from my kids, lady. I don't trust you. Yeah, I don't think Simon was stupid or dupid. I don't think he was dupid. I think he just was in disbelief, right? Like, imagine. Search the watch. No, there's nothing there. You just watch. Body. Death. What about yes? What about no? Nothing new. Admin_random. Maybe random will give us some. Oh, yes, thank you, random.
I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband.
You want a quick way to find all the videos? Yeah! Do you have one? How do I... Is there a quick yet? It's like that Pina Colada. Yeah, it's like the Pina Colada song. Curry? British people love curry. I love curry too. Delicious. When I played through, if you search blank, you'll bring up videos you haven't added as a user. Oh. Oh, it's limited to first 15 entries. 189 entries found. Okay, so maybe if we just... Okay, I see what you guys are going for. So if I do this to all of them, then the new ones, oh, that's so brilliant. I should have put something in the fields. SD. SD cards. SD. 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 Okay, search blank again. Okay, SD. All the ones we've seen already, we'll put SD on. Aw, man, that's a really good idea. I should have thought of that. That's brilliant, hotties. Brilliant. Okay, SD. 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 Lots of SD cards going around today. SD. 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 No T in the middle. SD. 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 Okay. Play.
What about us?
Hackermans. That's you, hotties. You're Hackerman.
Okay. I'll try my best to remember.
SD. Okay, search again. SD. SD. Maybe I just put S. S for seent. I already seent it. There's a new one.
I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. Why hasn't he phoned? I don't know.
He's dead. 'Cause he's dead. And you killed him. Putting S on all of them. I'm gonna do 150 S's. Now search. S. Oops. S. S. Everybody get, and you get an S, and you get an S, and you get an S. Oh, they're wearing the same clothes, but the hair is different. Oh.
It was late. Early Saturday morning.
Yeah, S for stinky. That's not even information that's relevant to anything. I mean, I know it's relevant, but like that you're giving me, oh girl, give me nothing. What do you mean it was early Saturday morning? Play.
Okay.
Give me something juicy.
There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad.
You guys are putting S's, I see it.
She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
Maybe she developed Eve as a way to deal with her mother's... Oh, maybe her mother was like super strict. Remember how she talked about... Remember how Eve talked about how she had never had a party hat before? I think Eve's stories are actually Hannah's story. I think Hannah was like probably really severely mistreated as a child or isolated. Oh. And maybe that's why Eve goes on to kill them later with the mushroom.
Crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother.
What?
And so it's fine.
That's okay. That's kind of freaky.
I didn't. I slept in the car. I left about 9 that night. I wasn't there.
So there is no real one. So in multiple, as far as I know, I'm very undereducated on multiple personalities or DID. But as far as I know, there isn't one that's real. There's a core personality. Other personalities are there to sort of protect the other personality. The core personality. So I think Eve is probably the protector and the core personality is probably Hannah. If I had to guess. S. Everybody gets S. I guess S. Oh, now I'm on A apparently. We've changed. Hotties, we've changed it up. It's A now. Ah. Play this one.
In the bedroom.
It was weird. Yeah, there's no way Simon has a twin brother. What if... Oh my god, what if Simon is the twin? What if Simon is the twin? That would be such a twist. That would be such a twist. Play.
That can't be right. In the bedroom.
Yeah, so she's having two different reactions to the same nation. I think she switched somewhere around there. Play.
Yes, this is it. He made
That's
it
a mirror.
himself. It was a special one-off.
Mm?
He made it. He decorated it. That's his thing. Where did you find it?
At the murder scene. Where do you think? There's some really wacky cases of different physicalities manifesting with yeah! It's so interesting. Like, I think I read something about that too, where it was like somebody with DID, one of their personalities had like a limp. Or something like that, and when they check the x-ray scans, the bones like are a little bit different. It's crazy. Alright, play.
No. Simon wasn't seeing another woman.
Yes, he was. It was Eve.
Good. Happy. I mean, ups and downs like any couple, I guess, but we've been married for over 10 years.
That one gets an ah. Okay, so we're just tagging all of these. Oh, there's a new one.
Well, there you go. How many kids?
She's asking about how many kids the detective has. Okay, search. Okay, we're down to 2 figures. Oh, guys, there are more.
Hurt someone? Yes. But everyone thinks that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out.
No. Not everyone wants to lash out. Interesting. Very interesting. I think she has a lot of repressed anger for her parents.
Just the one sugar. Thanks. Is that camera recording?
Yes. It's weird when she looks right at us. Doesn't it feel weird? She looks right at you. It feels like she's looking through your soul.
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was
Thought she
infertile
was.
after the miscarriage because of complications.
Ah, so she wasn't actually. Ah.
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead, but the baby,
She's still alive.
that's how he will live on. Our baby.
I think she means Eve. I think she means Eve. I don't think she means when she says our baby. I'm pretty sure it's not Simon and Hannah's baby. I think she's referring to Eve. Eve and Hannah's baby. That was a very weird hour. Okay. Ooh, there's a new one. Ooh, there's 3 new ones.
No, I'm okay. Fuck.
Don't say a bad word.
About 8 years back,
Ah.
it was a present to myself.
8 years
I
back.
shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up.
Yeah, girl, tell me about it. I stopped drinking tea and I'm still having issues. Okay, play.
Do you have children?
That's an informative clip. Search. I had to take the long sleeves off because of the coffee. Why, you're looking right at us the whole stream. Yeah, but you guys are used to it. It's different. I'm like a velociraptor, and when she looks at you, it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So, I'm gonna tag all of these. Oh my gosh, there's a mother load in here. Yeah!
Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't
Okay.
that kind of guy. He took his marriage very seriously.
Okay.
Is that camera recording?
Is her nose bleeding? Oh, she's asking again, is that camera recording? Because she forgot. Well, she didn't forget.
If you
It's
put me on, you've
a
been
different
framed.
personality.
I want the money.
Look how serious she was when she said that.
If you put me on, you've been framed. I want the money.
The actress is really good.
Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something. That's why I was speeding. And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet.
Yeah, sure.
But I really can't remember back to February.
Okay. Drinking water suspiciously.
I remember the ticket, of course. I paid it without telling Simon. Didn't want to get told off. And they put points on the license.
Put points on the... What? Is that a British thing? If you get caught speeding, they put points on your license. Okay, Oh, we got a couple clips, Hottie. Got a couple clips. They're all tagged, Ah. 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 Oh, not ah.
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
That's in America too? Oh, really? I've never gotten a speeding ticket. I always observe the speeds very carefully.
Are you arresting me? No. Fuck off.
You're
Open this door.
not going any. Got you now.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Okay, so it's not just tea. She just likes sugar in general. Hannah likes sugar.
You must be desperate for leads if you're getting hung up over 6-month-old speeding tickets.
No, but that's a ticket that you got for crashing into that taxi driver. Oh my god. Hotties. We've got the full lie detector. Now, keep in mind, lie detectors are very inaccurate. They have since, in the early 90s, they were all the rage, but they have since been inadmissible in a court of law, so this doesn't really mean anything. All the police use a lie detector test for nowadays is determining whether or not you're quote-unquote willing to cooperate by asking you to take one. Don't ever take a lie detector test. Don't ever do it. Don't do it. Even if it makes you look suspicious, don't do it, because if you answer something wrong, they're going to try and like use it as soft evidence. Just don't do it.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
No, it doesn't. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. You can cheat it so
Sorry.
many ways.
Yeah, I get it.
And it's also inaccurate.
Yes. Yes.
Is this just 5 clips of her saying yes?
Yes.
Come on. Not the 10
No.
clips of her saying yes and no.
Yes.
Give me something juicy, man. What is this? Yes and no and yes and no.
Yes.
Yes and no and yes and no. Get this out of here. Garbage. Useless to me.
No.
Garbage.
No.
Yeah, they can't detect your heart rate if you
No.
don't breathe. That's true. It's just a bunch of clips of her saying yes and no. I'm so sad.
I can take this stuff off now.
I mean, Eve is innocent. Eve is innocent. Eve did not kill Simon. Anna did. Have I got anything? Bunch of blank. Okay, we gotta go through and every single one of them, hotties. Here we go. Maybe we switch it up and go F. F. So far we've used S, A, and F. Fass. Gotta put the fass on. Somebody's gonna look through this database and be very confused. Did they write fat? Again. F. 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 F's in the chat and in the police database. F. 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 Watch this one.
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
Oh, so Hannah wanted to tell Simon about Eve, but Eve didn't want to tell Simon. Why does she look thoughtful? Guys, we've accessed 100% of the database. Oh, we did it! We got the 100% Chivo. Norway. As the British say, Norway. We freaking did it. None of them are blank. You check. 1 volume missed. Wait, how do I check? How do I find the 1 volume missing? How do I find the 1 missing volume? Yeah, tampering with the database. We did it! But there's 1... Hold on. First story, 1 missing volume. Missing volume represents the video you're currently watching. Oh, because the database pulls it. Oh, I see. So 1 volume missing refers to the fact that we are currently watching 1. Ah, so da yo ne. Okay. We did it, Hotties. Look at all that geen. So geen. We solved the mystery. It's good to know that we saw the bulk of the videos. There wasn't anything, with New Game Plus, there wasn't really anything that kind of gave me an aha moment. I think we mostly got the gist from our natural organic searching, which I'm really proud of us for. I think the only bit of juicy information was that Simon was trying to she thought that Simon was trying to convince himself that they were the same person. I think it's because he was trying to convince himself that they were the same person, or confirm that they were. He was doubting himself. Yeah, like 15 yes or no vids. Isn't that satisfying? We've solved the case to completion. That's so interesting. What happens if we log off? Okay. So that's it, Hotties. That is her story. This is a game about a young adult, I assume, going back into police records to find what her mother, the story of her mother and her father, as well as her two mothers, actually. Presumably after Hannah and Eve get arrested, I assume they would probably put her in a psychiatric facility. I don't think that this woman would go to jail. I think that they would put her in, I would assume they would put her in a psychiatric facility, but what that means is this baby, this person, we are the baby, all grown up. So we were either born in a we were born in a psychiatric facility. And so we weren't raised by our mother. We would become a ward of the state. Oh, no, I think Simon's parents would probably take us in because those are our grandparents. So this baby, this poor baby, is born in a psychiatric hospital, essentially, and then handed over immediately to Simon's grandparents. And then Simon's grandparents raised this child, probably not telling her much. I assume it's a her? Maybe a boy, I'm not sure. The profile looked female to me, but it's so blurry that I can't really tell. Raised, and the parents, if I was Simon's grandparents, I wouldn't want this kid. Well, I mean, I would tell them when they're older, but maybe what the grandparents told the baby is not good enough for this child, and so when the child's grown up, they go to look in the database to find out, like, the truth about their parents. Yeah, about everything that happened. The child is named Sarah. Person in chit chat is SB. Oh, really? Yeah, it is a weird thing to tell your kid, but eventually you'd have to come clean, right? Sarah's the name of the child. Oh, okay. That's lovely. This is delightful. Haven't slept in over 24 hours. Go to bed immediately, Pyro. Thank you, Hotties. Thanks for playing this with me. I really... I'm hoping to find more games like this, because this was such an interactive and fun way to solve a mystery together. I don't think I've ever played a video game like this in my life. It kind of expanded my idea of what a video game is. Because this was a game. There was a game aspect to it. You know, finding the different keywords, you know, trying to snoop around and use deductive reasoning. It's unlike anything I've ever played, but it's really, really fun. And I suggest if you like anything you saw, I suggest you play it as well. Because it could be different. You could have a different run than me. Never know. Yeah. It's very fun to watch. I'm glad you guys like. Yeah, the brainstorming together was the fun part, wasn't it? Yeah, investigative games are fun. I've been wanting to play, I know this isn't really anything like this game, but I've been wanting to play Nancy Drew games. I've been wanting to play Nancy Drew games with you guys for a long time, because I was always scared of them as a kid. I could never play them. So I'm hopefully getting together some Nancy Drew games that we can play together. There's also like Sherlock Holmes games, but I've heard that the Nancy Drew ones are actually pretty good. So we can definitely play those. Yeah, I would love to do that. Yeah, Nancy Drew, yeah. Yeah, they made them into games. They made them into point-and-click adventure games for young teens. I believe in the early 2000s. So yeah, we should definitely try some of those out too. Yeah, let's do more mystery games together, Hotties, because this was really fun. I loved uncovering bits and pieces of the mystery together with you. It was really cool. Yeah! I'm in? Okay. Okay. Alright, goodbye, Her Story. Thank you for being in an awesome game. That was really cool. Stop. Let's go to the castle, shall we? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's poppin'? Hey, what's popping? Hey, everybody. There we go. For you, if you're not already sick of piano music. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, buddies. This was really great. I really enjoyed that game. I'm definitely gonna add it onto my list of games that I recommend to people because I think I don't know. I feel like that's such a unique game. If you like deductive reasoning at all, if you like puzzles, I think that's a really yeah. Knight, thank you for the 5. Might want to check out the game Return of the Oberdin. I have played that. I have played Return of the Oberdin. Yeah, I really like that one. We could definitely revisit that one, but I have played Return of the Oberdin. Also, one of my favorite mystery games. Thank you so much for the support. I never would have experienced this game without you streaming. It was fascinating. Thank you for the stream, boss. Thank you for the tip. I really appreciate that. Tips my hat. Tips my hat to you. Thank you so much for the support. Arigatou gozaimasu. I'm glad that this is one of my favorite aspects of streaming is that I get to introduce you guys to new games that you otherwise would not have. So I'm really glad to hear that you enjoyed it. Arigatou. I appreciate it. Rios, thank you for the 5. Enjoyed the mystery. Still think the baby did it. Hey guys. I don't think the baby that wasn't born did it. Hey guys, unless the baby is like a psychic baby with psychic powers, I don't think it was the baby, everyone. Spoiler alert. I don't think the baby could do much else other than just suck up nutrients, okay? Revenant baby. In Revenant baby. That's what the baby wants you to think? Yeah, I mean, like, why did the baby come back in 20 years to look at the database? Guilty conscience. Yeah, the real murder was a friend we made along the way, precisely. Maybe the baby controlled Eve like a mech. Hey guys, spoiler alert, the baby did not control Eve like a mech. I'm just gonna put that out there. That's my theory, okay? Have a good night, Pyro. The killer's personality migrated into the baby's body while it was being formed. What is this crazy fanfic you guys are writing? This is ridiculous. Gundam story. All right, I think we need to get you guys a career in writing because clearly you have the chops. You've got the chops, obviously. When two pregnant women fight, it's like a mech battle. I'm just gonna go. I'm not even gonna say goodbye to you guys. I'm just gonna leave. For that comment, I'm just gonna go. You're not even gonna get a bye-bye. You're not even gonna get a bye-bye. You pissed me off so bad, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna go now. I'm gonna go now. Good night, everyone. You've pissed me off with your stupid comments. You pissed me off. And now I'm leaving. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. And you pissed me off. And you pissed me off. And who knows if I'll see you again. But I will for Elden Ring tomorrow. But who knows if I'll see you again? Who knows? You pissed me off so bad, I might just go to space, actually, I've decided. I think I might go to space in a rocket straight up there. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, yeah, so me. Frick you guys. When two women are pregnant, it's like a Gundam battle.